Welcome to Charger Vision. I'm Andrew Davis here with Mark Carlin, live from Clinton, Oklahoma, where your Heritage Hall Chargers are about to take on the Clinton Red Tornadoes.
Yep, they just had a moment of silence in commemoration of 9/11. That's why we started a little quiet. It is a little breezy out here tonight, so we apologize for that. But thanks for joining us. We're looking for a great game tonight. We're playing a 4A team, which is where Heritage Hall will be next year in 4A. But we're playing a step up tonight, and we're hoping for a really good game.
We are the Red Tornadoes of Clinton come into this game 0-1 after losing to number 1 ranked in 5A Lawton Mac last week, 7-33 at Lawton Mac. So that was a pretty tall order for them to start off. But like you said, this will be a district game for us next year.
Yep, it's Clinton has a very tough schedule this year. We talked about 5A champs. They're playing the 2A champs, 3A champs tonight. They've got a tough schedule up ahead. Anadarko, very good. But we'll try to get through tonight if we can.
We will. Chargers come in 1-0 after taking out Cassidy, 60-22 last week at home. And the Chargers could be feeling pretty good after that, though.
They are. They had. We talked about some mistakes early and a few plays as far as penalties that they had and a few big plays from the Cassidy Cyclones. But all in all, it was a great game. Scoring 60 points is just outstanding. This offense is very, very good this year, and I hope they can keep it up.
Absolutely. We're going to go quickly to our Fuzzies feature player of the game, Andrew McDonald, number 33 for your Heritage Hall. Sorry, that's not Andrew McDonald's number. I am off. It is Andrew McDonald as our feature player of the game, number 19.
Yep, Andrew's a great player. Had 11 tackles last week. Plays linebacker and does a great job clogging up the inside against the opponent's run game. Also plays some fullback on the offensive side, but I can tell you he's a big hitter for this Charger defense for sure.
He does. At 6 foot, 186 pounds, he knows how to make his presence known coming out of the backfield, both on offense and defense. He's a great player that we look to see have some big moments tonight.
Yep, he is a great player. His little brother is on the team. He's a freshman this year, William McDonald. He's a great athlete as well. But Andrew, a senior, he's had a great career at Heritage Hall, and he certainly knows that he's a big part of the defense, and he's going to continue playing well this year for him.
Absolutely. He's going to be a big guy to watch tonight. The Chargers have a lot of players to watch, though. That's part of what makes this so fun. Isn't that your boy?
Look at those outstanding ball boys for your Heritage Hall Chargers from the 7th grade football team.
They do a great job out here at these varsity games, and after they're currently 1-0 right now in 7th grade football.
They are. Oh no, they lost. Excuse me.
Sorry.
They lost last week.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rub salt.
That's all right. We played a very good game, but played a tough Independence team and came up a little short. But it's a good experience. They're getting a little better.
It is, especially 7th grade football. They kind of come in and they're learning to put all the pieces together as a group, but it's always fun to watch. We're going to cut quickly to the recap of last game. Roman Fan Soccer, take it away.
Hi Charger fans, I'm Roman Fan Soccer reporting for Charger Vision. Let's take a look at the 60-21 Heritage Hall victory.
The 3A defending state champions took the field to kick off the quest for a repeat in 2015. However, when Cassidy's Ryan Callahan blindsided Blake Adams, William Walter scooped up the loose ball and raced 64 yards to pay dirt to put the Cyclones on the board first. The best way to survive a cyclone is with a tank. On this play, Terrell Love rumbled down to the 4-yard line to set up the Chargers' first TD. Tank wreaked havoc on the Cassidy defense, racking up 180 yards rushing in the game. Blake Adams settled in and found Tevin McDaniel on a screen pass. It's obvious why Air Force has offered a scholarship, as McDaniel turned on the afterburners and flew down the sideline to a 62-yard touchdown, giving HH a 15-7 lead at the end of one. After a Walter touchdown for the Cyclones, Blake Adams bootlegged around the right end to answer with a 9-yard Charger touchdown. Cassidy's Walter scored again, but Adams optioned to McDaniel, who took off for another HH touchdown. Minutes later, Adams rolled out and connected with McDaniel on the sideline. Santana Randall shot down a Cyclone and Tevin did the rest, extending the Charger lead to 15. The Chargers got the ball back before halftime, and Garrett McLaughlin knocked in a 31-yard field goal to leave the Cyclone fans stunned heading into halftime, trailing 39-21. McDaniel and the Chargers kicked it into overdrive in the third quarter as the senior refused to be taken down en route to a 55-yard touchdown. Adams was flush out of the pocket but found a streaking Santana Randall who reeled in the 47-yard touchdown toss, and the party was on at Pop Murray Memorial Field. The Polo Bowl victory was sealed when McDaniel caught this pass and burned the Cyclones on his 5th touchdown of the night. On the verge of overheating, only his own teammates could cool Tevin down as the Chargers coasted to a 60-21 rivalry win, ringing the Eddie Bell in celebration.
And there you have it, yet another Polo Bowl victory for the Heritage Hall Chargers, and the first ringing of the Eddie Bell. I'm Roman Fansoccer reporting for Charger Vision and OK Preps.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Welcome back to Charger Vision.
Yep. We are in Clinton, America, in the Tornado Bowl, and it's breezy enough where I think there is a small tornado here tonight.
I was going to say, it's annoying but oddly fitting.
We got about 76 degrees, a 15-mile-an-hour wind, but it seems like a little more than that. The Tornado Bowl is kind of set down where the players, I don't think, are going to feel it as much, but we're up a little higher, and it's definitely breezy out here tonight.
It could mess with the kicking game a little bit when you think about it. They're going to put it up, and they're not going to really feel which way it's going.
Yep, here are the keys to the game. Clinton wants to play a physical brand of football. They want to run it, kind of smash-mouth football. They want to force Heritage Hall into passing situations. Blake Adams is a sophomore quarterback, just his second start tonight. They want to see if he's up to the task. Had a great game last week. They want to make big stops on third down. Heritage Hall was able to convert a lot of third downs last week. Passes to Tevin McDaniel for touchdowns is an easy way to do that, and we did that repeatedly. And then pick up big yardage on first and second down is what they want to try to do, just so they're not in a third and long situation.
Absolutely. And then coming into the First Liberty victory plan, if you want your Heritage Hall Chargers to win tonight, the keys are, at first they got to be physical and get a fast start. Last week we came out a little bit of rust on the tank, and but they looked real good as the game went on and picked it up. We need to pick it up a little bit sooner tonight. Keep composure in the Tornado Bowl. Like you said, it's kind of a different atmosphere here. Clinton always brings out a big crowd, and then this stadium is a little bit different than anything else you play in during the year. And then finally, fewer penalties than week one. You know, as a normal week one goes, we had quite a few holding, false starts, offsides, a lot of little penalties here and there, ticky-tack things that move some big plays back, and we don't want to do that. So if your Chargers can do that and they can pull out a win, you can bank on it at First Liberty Bank.
Yep, that's exactly right. We talked about it. I mean, it's just hard to nitpick the Chargers after a big victory last week, but they did have some penalties and a little bit of sloppy play early in the first half, and they certainly want to clean that up tonight.
Absolutely. Quickly, we are about how long? We are about a minute or two away from kickoff here in Clinton, America, as you say.
Yep, we're going to go to commercial real quick, but we're going to kick it off in just a few minutes right after this commercial.
got good size. They got some big kids on this one. Wasn't this where we came? Welcome back to Charger Vision, live from Clinton, Oklahoma. I'm Andrew Davis here with Mark Carlin, and your Chargers are just a couple minutes away from kicking off their second game of the season against the Clinton Red Tornadoes.
Yep, we talked about it. Clinton's 4A, and they're always tough because they're a little bit bigger school and they got a lot deeper squad. But Heritage Hall's got to get used to it because next year going to move up to 4A.
And we will be playing this 4A District 1 with Clinton, and they will be our district opener next year. It's a little bit, it's always interesting to play a team this size. I think it was 2 years ago, our first year doing broadcasting, that we were here, and they played 5 different quarterbacks.
They were very deep, very deep. They had a good night that night.
Every time we turn around, we're like, wait, who's in the pocket now? Because we had no clue who it was, because they kept changing up quarterbacks constantly in that game. And it's just such a different type of ball that we're used to seeing. Mark and I were just trying to anchor down to the table on this pretty windy day our Clinton roster so we can get names called out right during the game. But it's a big roster.
It definitely is. Next year they're moving up to 4A District 1. They're going to have Cache, Chickasha, Clinton, Elgin, Elk City, Newcastle, and Weatherford are going to be the district games for them next year.
They're
so that's going to be
a lot of travel.
They are. That's going to be a big change from what we've been doing the last couple years, and the competition is going to be that much tougher.
It will be, but Heritage Hall coming off a state championship season last year and ranked number 1 this season. But the looks like the Red Tornadoes are going to start receiving the ball. The Chargers will kick off.
Yep, Deontay Barker and Christopher Brooks are going to be deep for the Red Tornadoes.
Garrett McLaughlin. I'm going to do that all year. I'm just warning you right now. Garrett McLaughlin will be kicking. Well, not only could their names not be more similar, they're one number off on my roster, so I'm going to be doing that a lot this year. I just apologize now. But Garrett McLaughlin, number 16, will be kicking off for the Chargers.
Yeah, we are staring in the sun for the next probably 45 minutes.
And our numbers are hard to read on these white jerseys with gold letters. So,
definitely. All right, well, Heritage Hall kicking it off. It's kind of a short pooch kick to number 15. It's going to be J.J. Brown carrying the ball, trying to cut to the outside, and does, but then tackled about the, 20-yard line?
About the 20-yard. Santana, Randall, and company making the stop there. Chargers coming out making a pretty good stop there, but like you said, he moved the ball pretty well. J.J. Brown did out of the back. And that's going to be
All right, the Lance McDaniel walking by, giving me a little love.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, no. All right, so looks like Heritage is going to start on defense. They were very impressive last week. Like he's talked about, just a few big plays is what got Cassie some scores, but their defense overall was very strong. Looking for Andrew McDonald, our featured player, to clog up the middle and slow down that running game.
Looks like 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Austin Main is their quarterback. He's a dual-threat quarterback who he can run and throw, so we'll see what he's going to do. He's looking to throw right away, but his receiver was not even looking.
Number 87, Daniel Lopez, the tight end coming across the middle of the field, but
he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't even looking.
I think he thought he was kind of out there to deflect attention. He thought he was the decoy, but he was not.
I think the Chargers were fairly lucky on that. I think they were looking for the run, and that pass was open, but the Lopez, the intended receiver, was not ready for it.
Lopez, 6'2", 180 junior, pretty good size tight end, but he showed some speed coming out of there.
We're gonna need to keep an eye on him.
Oh yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Main in the shotgun. He's keeping it, going straight at the middle. They're trying to close it. Who was it? I couldn't tell.
Brought down by
Dawson?
That's Dawson Evans.
Yep.
He was very happy about it too.
Yeah, tripped him up. I mean, if he doesn't make that tackle, Maine's going a long way. So good defense by the Chargers.
9-yard gain on the play. Set up 3rd and 1 from the 29. I know play-by-play is your thing, but in this game, whoever can see is
calling. It's got to go. Yeah.
We've got
until the sun goes down, we're gonna have a hard time.
When the sun goes down, this is gonna be a beautiful game, though.
Yeah, the temperature is very nice. It is breezy, as you can probably hear, and we apologize for that. 3rd down and 2.
It's kind of sporadic, popping up and down on us. They pulled it back. 3rd and 2 to the 28.
Maine is under center now with what's he doing?
He's going to hand
21.
it off.
It looks like they're going to have enough for the first. Dawson Evans in for the tackle.
Number 21, Deontay Barker making the carry, but Dawson Evans with another big trip stop. But like you said, it's going to be enough for a 1st down. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Dawson Evans is going to go for another 20 tackle night. That's
He's
what I want to see.
He's going for it. It just so then next week we would say he can't do 20 tackles and he can get 22.
I want to see that again. All right, Maine in the shotgun. He's got Barker in the backfield with him. Oh, high snap. They're coming for him. Maine does get it. He's looking to throw it away. He throws it to Barker, and it's complete. But, he fumbled it. Oh, my gosh, this is a very exciting play.
Is it out of bounds? Or
I can't tell if they're going to give it to the Chargers. It looks like it's out of bounds. It will be a loss on the play after a high snap over the quarterback's head. He does complete it for and then a loss on the play.
And then Bryce Sedaris and Sawyer Counts going in together to make the stop. But Bryce coming up with the ball out of bounds.
Well, that was exciting. We've got second, and I can't see how much of a loss it was.
They're not spotting it for us just yet. He should be back about the 20. Should be about a 2nd and 20, 2nd and 25.
Yeah, I would say that.
They're not giving us a spot change, but I know he's back behind the 20.
Right.
2nd and 10 from the 14, so that's a 2nd and 30.
Grayson Whedon in the backfield now. He's Maine looking to throw. He's under duress. Can get there.
He's being hauled down. He throws
it away.
No good.
Pass intended, it looked like for Jerron Collins, but way over his head, and Maine was in a lot of trouble there. I couldn't see who was putting the heat on him.
No, I can't either. That's what I was trying to do. I can't read numbers right now. We've got white jerseys with gold lettering and the sun in our eyes.
I think it was Andrew McDonald, but I can't swear to that.
I think you're right. I think you're right on it. Because that definitely was coming out of his vicinity of the field.
That's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 25 from about the 16-yard line. We need the Chargers defense to step up right here.
3rd and 25 from the 16.
All right, Maine in the shotgun. Got Whedon in the backfield. Looking to throw deep to Brooks. Hit him in the hands, but our defender was there. Bryce Sedaris, starting to corner tonight, was able to break it up. It hit the receiver, Christopher Brooks, in the hands, but he couldn't quite bring it in. Good defense by Bryce Sedaris.
It's going to set up 4th and very long, forcing the Red Tornadoes to bring the punt unit onto the field.
Who is that deep for the Chargers?
I think
it could be Santana Randall, but I can't quite make out the number.
It's I think you're right. So
he's about midfield. It's a good punt. He's backing up. It is Santana Randall. He does not make the catch. Takes a tornado bounce down to about the 35-yard line, and they down it right there.
Santana's wearing a different number today. He's wearing 13. So just so whenever you see a 13.
That's what I have. Oh. It looks like William McDonald's 12 and Santana's 13. We're trying to get our numbers straight here. The roster changes a little bit at the beginning of the year. Who gets what number?
Yeah, we get a couple of things changing on our roster. I'm like, wait, that's not right. But that's not who I have. So we're good, our end.
All right, Blake Adams in the shotgun. He's got Tank back there with him. 4 wideouts. They throws it, screen pass. Who is that? Is that Tevin?
Throwing Tevin. Oh, the ball's out.
Is it out of bounds? I can't see.
Number 13.
Clinton thinks they have it.
Jason White, number 13. Jason White? Did I say that? Yeah, number 13, Jason White falling on it.
It is going to be a turnover. It's going to be a catch and then a fumble by Santana Randall.
It's going to give the Red Tornadoes some really good field position.
And it was just a screen play out wide, and Santana Randall caught it, thought he had some room, but the ball pops out, and Clinton is able to get on it before it goes out of bounds. So it's a turnover for the Chargers. I don't think Coach Bogert's going to be happy with that.
No, it's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes from the Charger 35.
All right, Maine back at it in the shotgun.
Man in motion.
He keeps it. He's running straight ahead. Oh, nice play by Dawson Evans. The guy's a heat-seeking missile.
Dawson came to play tonight. You can tell he was given one goal. Hit the man with the ball.
Well, he's shadowing the quarterback, and he's not letting him get anything. I mean,
no, he's playing smart football.
That was good blocking by the Red Tornadoes, but Dawson gets in there in a hurry and is able to trip him up.
2nd and 8 from the 33 after a 2-yard gain. One thing you can always fun to watch Dawson play is he's physical, but he plays smart football. He reads the field very well.
Yep, I concur. All right, we've got Barker in the backfield with Maine. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 33. Clinton has a short field to work with. Let's see what they do with it. He does hand it off to Barker. He runs into a crowd, and a lot of Chargers there. I couldn't see who tackled him, but not much gain at all, maybe a yard.
Looks like it was a group tackle, but led by Derek Sanders. It's going to set up 3rd and 7 from the 32. They're giving him a yard on the play. This is where Heritage needs a good stop.
3rd and 7. This would be a good time for a stop. We gave them good field position. They've got 2 wide receivers on the wide side. That's going to be Jason White and J.J. Brown.
Yeah, that one threw me off.
Not the Jason White everyone's thinking of, the Clinton Jason White.
because that would really hurt us.
Maine gets it. He's looks for a quick throw to the tight end, who's open, but
Over the head.
incomplete.
Dawson Evans tripping the tight end up, but the ball already over his head.
Yep, Dawson Evans with a good play there. I agree the pass was a little over his head, but if he catches it, Dawson's going to make that play. It's going to be 4th down. I'm not sure what Clinton's going to do here.
I don't know.
They're kind of kicking into the wind, so it looks like they're going to stay out there and go for it. We'll see.
I think that's probably the right play for them, honestly. It would be a weird kicking situation, and it's a decent enough length on a kick anyway,
Right.
but you don't punt from here.
I agree with all of that. I mean, it'd be about a 47-yarder and then a punt. I'm not sure how much yardage you would get out of that. So they are going for it, 4th and 7 from the 32. Maine looking to throw again.
Throwing incomplete.
Good defense by the Chargers.
Intended for J.J. Brown.
Yeah, Christopher Brooks in the area also, but the pass was sort of in between. I think each thought it was for the other, and the ball lands right in between them. That's a good stand after a quick turnover by the Chargers, so the defense does hold.
It's going to put the Chargers back out starting on the 32. Not much different from where we were when we fumbled the ball over. Within about 7 yards of where the fumble occurred.
Yeah, that's we dodged a bullet there.
That could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, let's see if the Chargers offense can get going. All right,
Tevin in motion.
Yeah, we've got. He reverses field, looking to throw. Blake Adams does throw to Tank, but a little behind him. Couldn't bring it in.
It's going to set up 2nd and 10 from the 32.
It was a well-designed play. Everything moving to the right.
Just like you said, just a hair behind him, but it was a well-drawn play.
Yep.
Everything right, just a couple inches off the ball.
He cuts back left, and Tank's supposed to be there by himself, but Tank did have a man on him, but the pass was just a little underthrown.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 from the 32. Chargers running everything out of the huddle. We saw more of the huddle last year. 2 years ago, it was all quick play
fast-paced,
call,
right?
but it worked well last year, and I think Coach Bogert's going to stick. It's going to carry that on to this season.
Callahan Walker getting the start tonight. This is the keeper by Blake Adams going right up the middle.
Away.
He's going. He's going to be caught from behind. He's on the 20. He's tackled about the 20-yard.
About the 15. Nice run by Blake Adams.
Great fake. Everyone was following the running backs, and Blake Adams went right up the middle on him.
He's got some sod in his face mask right now. He's trying to pull out, but that was a great fake to Tank and great run. No, that was because I followed Tank for about 2 seconds before I saw Blake take off.
Yeah.
He held it in the gut just till the last second.
Yeah, that's a good 50-yard run from Blake Adams. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Let's see what Adams does here. See if they can get Tank going. They're stretching it out. Tank does have it, cutting up the middle, cuts back to the outside. He's going for the touchdown and gets it.
Chargers on the board to start the night. Tank Love into the end zone.
Very nice. Tank with about a 14-yard run, but a big 50-yard run, 50-plus yard run from Blake Adams gets him in the right spot. Touchdown, Heritage Hall.
That was a good series. Really, the whole series 2 plays, but 2 well-designed or 3 plays. One well-designed with a little bit of air, but 2 well-executed. And the kick is up, and it is good. Chargers on the board with 8:09 left in the first quarter, 7-0.
Yeah, very nice. I agree. Just 2 big plays, but that's all you need to get on the board. I think we talked about Coach Bogert not happy with the first play turnover. I think he's going to be real happy with the last 2 plays that end up with 7 points.
Absolutely. What I loved about that was we talk about Blake's arm a lot more than his mobility, which with Connor we got so used to more of the mobility and the arm being a weapon, but seeing both pieces. We've talked more about Blake's arm, but he showed he can scramble and he can run hard if he wants to.
Yep, plays in the defensive backfield on defense, and he's fast, and we got a dose of that for sure.
Garrett McLaughlin will be kicking the ball off. Yes,
excellent.
thank you. I'm getting my Garretts right now. He'll be kicking off.
Well, I think Clinton very excited to get the ball on a turnover, but that was a shock to their team. With just a couple of plays and Heritage Hall leading 7-0. They look a little stunned over there.
I think they do. They're like, wait, what happened there?
Yeah, I think the coach is giving them an earful about what happened in case they missed
in case
it.
they missed that. Well, I mean, if you look the wrong way, you would miss it.
Very impressive.
Well, it's what you want to do on that fake draw. You got to hold that ball in the gut till the last second. Looks like we're going to have
Christopher
Deontay
Brooks
Barker
and Deontay Barker deep.
and J.J. Brown.
Yeah, they kind of pooch kicked it. They do have the wind behind them from where they are, going right to left from where I'm sitting.
From our vantage.
I think that's north to south, but I can't swear to that.
I think actually, yeah, we're
This
kicking.
time he does
you're right,
kick
we're
it
kicking
deep.
to the south. 'Cause I
Way
see the
into the
highway.
end zone. Great kick by McLaughlin there.
You're right, because I'm looking at the highway. If I look over the snack bar, I can see the highway. So you're right, we are kicking north to south. It's gonna bring the Red Tornadoes out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yep, we need that defense to keep track of the quarterback. I think Dawson Evans is not going to let him get loose if he can avoid it, and so far he's been able to keep him at bay.
If we get a chance here between plays, we're going to go for try and get our starting lineup. First few series have been so fast, we haven't had a chance to throw that up there. We'll try and get that up for you here in just a minute. 1st and 10 from the 20.
All right, Maine in the let's see, he's under center there. 2 running backs in the backfield. I think that's Barker. They give it to, let's see, it looks like the fullback straight ahead.
Grayson Whedon trying to go for the eye, but minimal gain on the play.
There we go. We got nose guard Jack Ross, Tevin McDaniel, and Blake Brigham on the ends. Cole McDaniel, Tank Love, and Andrew McDonald as linebackers. And then our secondary is going to be coming up.
Our starting defensive skills are Blake Adams and Brendan Nizell outside linebacker, Santana Randall and Bryce Sabranis at corner, and Dawson Evans at safety.
Yeah, we mentioned
we've already been
Dawson's name a
calling.
lot. Yeah, he's been a workhorse so far. All right, we've got 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards on that run up the middle. Let's see what Maine does here.
Gonna
Hands it off.
once again.
That's 21 Barker, and he gets about 3 yards. They're just going to try to work the running game if they can.
Yeah, he's tripped up the middle by Bryce Sabranis, but like you said, getting him another 4 yards on the carry. It's going to set up 3rd and 3 from the 27. That's what we got to work. We got to find a way to stop them from getting 4 every time.
Yeah, I mean, and they're powerful up front, and the running game is definitely something they pride themselves on and are going to try to establish if they can. Let's see if we can stop them here.
Some of their running backs have some pretty good size and some experience as well. 3rd and 3 on the 27.
Maine under center. Oh, it looks like movement up front. It's going to back them up.
Chargers very happy. Yep, false start. Walk it off.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, bring up 3rd and 8. That's
That helps.
exactly, I mean, we talked about keys to the game, and Clinton did not want to get in 3rd and long, and that's exactly what they're in.
No, they were all about trying to pick up majority of the distance on 1st and 2nd down, which they really did on this series. Until that penalty, they'd picked up most of the distance in the first two. They'd gotten it down to, a 3-yard carry.
Yep, Barker in the backfield. We've got Brooks out wide on one side and J.J. Brown on the other.
Mainer's in the shotgun.
Maine in the shotgun, gets it, looking to throw. A quick throw. Oh, it is caught by Brooks, number 4. That's a good catch. I thought he was maybe overthrew him, but Brooks goes up the ladder and gets it.
And he's brought down by Bryce Sabranis, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Should be after a 9-yard gain when they needed 8. 1st and 10 from the 31.
That's a big play. I mean, the Chargers were in the right spot, and frankly, I thought he'd overthrown his receiver, but a great catch by Brooks.
Yeah, that was a good jump because it really was over the top. But he did a good job reeling that sucker back down in.
1st and 10 from the 31. Let's see what if the Red Tornadoes go back to the run game.
The sun's starting to get down. I'm starting to be able to read hash marks again.
Good. Excellent.
It helps in our
does.
in our
Maine
job.
in the shotgun. He keeps it running to the left, but he's gang tackled there.
He gets a big dose of Tank.
Outstanding. Yeah, Tank Love in on that tackle.
Why would you ever run right into Tank? I mean, you see what happens when he runs into you, so why would you do the opposite? It just doesn't seem logical.
It's like running at a brick wall.
It is. I mean, he stood him right up. Maine came in with his his body low, and Tank put him straight up and down.
That's a great defense by the Chargers there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for no gain on the play.
Ball still spotted on the 31. 5:25 left in the first quarter.
Well, Daniel Lopez, the tight end, he's had some passes thrown his way, but he's not been able to connect with him. But I think they'll be going to that. So I hope Dawson Evans is keeping his eye on him. Oh, they do throw it up exactly to Lopez.
Oh,
He catches it
And he's brought down
right at
by
the 30-yard line. Excuse me. Dawson Evans does bring him down with I can't see who else that was.
Blake Adams and Bryce Sobranis.
Yeah,
Dawson was over upfield.
Yeah, I mean, Dawson was kind of covering the right side, and the tight end Lopez ran straight at the middle. That's a big gain for the Tornadoes.
Right when you say don't miss the tight end, they make a big play out to the tight end, and it's going to set up a 1st and 10 from the Charger 30. That gives them a good 39-yard gain on the play.
He's a big target. That was a good throw and catch for a big gain.
It was a good play.
All right, Maine in the shotgun. He's looking to run it to the right side. It's open. He's got some room. Is he going to be caught? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clinton.
Tevin McDaniel chasing, but he gets a good cut, gets a good angle, and he's gone.
Yeah, it's a 30-yard run by Maine, the quarterback. Just kind of up the right side. Great blocking, and he runs with it.
4:44 left before the point after. It's 7-6.
Yeah, great run by Austin Maine. That was really good blocking.
It was a good play design.
The guys up front did a good job opening a hole, and he ran it to the right and was able to go 30 yards for the touchdown.
We may not like it, but it was a good setup.
It was very pretty. Kick is up and good.
And it puts all tied up here in Clinton, America, 7-all with 4:44 left in the first quarter.
We got ourselves a ball game.
We do. This is going to be a good one. This is not – do not turn off your computers. I can't say your sets, but do not turn off your monitors. This one's going to go all evening.
The Chargers defense, I think the big play there was backing them up to 3rd and 8 with the penalty, and the completion of Brooks just kept the drive going.
I couldn't believe he completed that pass. That thing was high and out. But Brooks doing a really good job getting up there and reeling that one back in. I hate to see it, but he did a good job on it. And then the run by Maine, and then the
Lopez,
pass to the tight end.
right.
Those 3 plays were the whole drive.
Yep. It's big plays are killers. I mean, the Chargers last week gave up a few big plays, and that's what cost them some points. Now they ended up stifling Cassidy in the second half, but hopefully they can do the same here tonight, is give up a big play or two, but for the most part, hopefully the defense can keep them in check. Dawson Evans and Tevin McDaniel, it looks like, deep for the Chargers. They'll be kicking into the wind, so we'll see if the Tornadoes try to do anything different there.
The kicker, number 32, Sergio De Leon.
Very nice pronunciation.
I do what I can.
We'll see what the ball's blowing off the tee.
That's going to happen some tonight.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's windier than the 15 miles an hour that I was referring to.
Yeah, I think we need to add another 10 to it.
Well, I'm sorry about the audio if it's
if you get a little bit of the air in the background.
Can hear it.
We're doing our best, but we got the mics right up in our faces if we can help it. But De Leon going up for the kick.
He does try to kick it deep. Well, it takes a weird bounce,
Dawson Evans with the ball.
Catches it at the 10. He's going at the left side. He's got some room.
The 20,
going way
30,
up the left side.
The 40.
Oh, I see a penalty flag.
45, 50.
He gets
and
to
out
the
at the
40,
40,
but there is a penalty flag. I'm sure that is
about
a
the 35
illegal block.
I'm sure it is at the 35.
Well, good run by Dawson Evans and great blocking. I mean, that just opened up on the left side. He saw it and kept going, but apparently
the kick was really, the kick bounced past him. He had to step back to get it, so he didn't have any momentum coming off the ball.
Yeah, he
didn't get to run in.
Dawson, he can get his motor running in a hurry.
He can. The only reason we don't see him out of the backfield as much is because we are so stout in the backfield, so we see him more as receiver and more on D.
Right.
But, I look for the next, especially for next season even, to see him coming out of the backfield a lot because
there are some sweeps every now and then, but I agree.
He kicks it up real quick. But we just love him. We love seeing him on both sides of the ball, but you got to love a kid on defense that can give you 19 tackles one week and 20 the next.
Yeah, that's impressive. He's had a good night so far tonight. That was a great run, but the penalty is going to bring it back where Heritage Hall starts at the 25.
1st and 10, 4:34 left in the quarter. Chargers driving south.
All right, Blake Adams in the shotgun with Tank behind him.
Tevin in motion.
Tank gets the ball. He's trying to cut up field. Oh, a good tackle. No gain on the play.
Group tackle led by number 4, Christopher Brooks, but no gain on the play. If we got anything, we got a yard, but I think it's a no gain. It's going to set up 2nd and 10.
All right, our offensive starters are going to be Blake Adams at quarterback, Tank Love. We just saw run the ball. Tevin McDaniel had a great week last week. Fullback, but he also catches a lot out of the backfield. Callahan Walker starting tonight. Dawson Evans, and then Cole McDaniel is the tight end, and we'll get to our guys up front in just a minute. Tank in motion. It's a quick throw to Tank. Get him out. Get in the open field. Oh,
he gets hit hard by number 13, Jason White.
yeah.
Not the Tuttle White.
Chandler Schapper
just
couldn't
over
quite
the
hold
line.
his block long enough to get him spring him, but that was a good play design. But we're only got about 2 yards out of it. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Our starting O-line tonight is going to be Miles Francisco at left tackle and Jack Ross at left guard. You got Blake Brigham at center, Matthew Price at right guard, and Luther Harris over at the right tackle spot.
Yeah, that line does a great job. We have some
They
good
do.
running backs, but without those guys, they wouldn't be going anywhere. So I don't give them enough credit a lot of times, especially like Blake Adams' big run earlier. Let's see what we do here. Blake Adams looking to throw, looking to see if anybody's open. He throws
Bryce
it up there. Bryce
Sabranis.
Sabranis catches
Oh, he
at the
cuts
50.
in.
He cuts inside.
The 40, the 30, dragged down about the 25.
Great catch by Bryce
Brooks.
Sabranis. He had come out of the backfield and nobody was on.
Woo!
Great throw and catch. They made it look easy on that one for a big gain for the Chargers.
You know, Dawson Ballard and Christopher Brooks dragging him down, but you know, we talked about Bryce last week. He's not a big guy, but man, he plays big. And that is just a great example that it takes 2 guys to haul him down on the run.
Yeah, he makes a great cut. He had 2 guys trying to pin him to the sideline, so he cut back upfield and gets another 20 yards out of it.
It's going to set up 1st and 10 from the Red Tornado 26.
Blake Adams pitches it. Who I couldn't see who that is. Is that Randall?
It's
number
Santana
13?
Randall. Is he
He's
getting
cutting
in?
to the outside.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Heritage Hall. Nice switch. We don't have one, right?
If anything, it's a rock band. Small town football really is just a fun thing to watch. It's very different.
Well, they get into it. They got, like you talked about, the crowd support. It's full over on the Clinton side.
It is. I mean, and there's a lot of seats on that side when you look at it. And then you look in their booth. I know they've got the local radio station here broadcasting, and then they've got people filming tape up in the Crow's Nest.
Oh, yeah, the way up. We've been up there.
Yeah, last year we had to sit a couple sideline games when we had all of our injuries because I couldn't get into those with a broken foot. It was ugly.
We're going to go recap kind of the keys of the game and see kind of what we think that they are, if the Chargers and the Red Tornadoes are utilizing those keys of the games. We talked about Clinton wanting to play physical brand of football, and they certainly have established some running game, but I would say overall our defensive line has kept them at bay other than a few big plays.
They're playing hard, but they're still not getting the plays they're wanting out of it.
Yep, I mean they had a 30-yard run from the quarterback Austin Main. We talked about what a dual threat he was, and he has played well. He's had a touchdown for a pass and a touchdown run. So I mean he is doing his part.
He's playing well tonight. He's a good player.
Yes, they want to force Heritage Hall into passing situations. They're doing everything they can to slow down Tank, but whenever we wanted to utilize him going into the wind, he's been doing what he wants. I mean carrying the load for sure.
Absolutely.
So Clinton has not been able to shut our running game down.
Yeah, but we have seen a pretty good amount of the pass game. But yeah, no, Tank Love and company have done what they want to do out of the backfield. Big stops on third down, not really been something that they have been able to do as much as they would like out of us. But jumping over to the Heritage Hall keys to the game, being physical and getting a fast start.
Yeah, I mean they got a fast start. They had a quick turnover, but they were able to hold them down on downs, so no damage done there. And then they get a touchdown right away. So they got the start they wanted, but the problem was the defense gave up a big play or two to let Clinton hang around.
We're definitely playing physical, though. I mean, you look on the defensive end. I mean, we were calling Evan's name every 5 seconds in the first quarter. And Blake Adams had a huge hit over here near the sideline where he lost his helmet. And then when you talk about the run game has been it's been, just Tank bullying down through the middle and Bryce bullying down on the sides. I mean, and Santana.
Yeah,
Santana's ran the ball great on the sweep.
We are never intimidated, but I mean, we've been playing just as physical as they have. I totally agree with you.
Keeping composure in the Tornado Bowl, I'd say the guys have done a good job of that tonight. We've had some mental mistakes.
Just some penalties here and there, yeah.
But I wouldn't look at it and say like they're getting flustered off them either. We'll have a penalty, draws it back to a 3rd and 15, and then we pick up 35 yards on it. So we're keeping our composure. Right. We're making those errors, but we're coming back from them, and we're still early in the season, so they're still putting some of those pieces together.
There is, and they won. We had a one sweep play where we had Santana was in the end zone and was called back on a penalty, but we ended up scoring. But we just are making it a little harder for ourselves.
We are. We're working twice as much as going. And then the last one we had up there was fewer penalties than week 1. We still had some penalties tonight, but I'd say we're cleaning it up from week 1 to week 2. There's still some room to improve, though.
Sure, definitely. That's our First Liberty Bank keys to the game. And I mean, Heritage Hall is they're leading 21-14, but this Clinton team is not going away. I mean, every time we score, they come right back. We expect the same type of game in the second half. But the good news is your Heritage Hall Chargers are leading 21-14. And I'm sure that Coach Bogert's going to talk to the guys about cleaning up some of that stuff, establishing the run game, and then airing it out when we have a chance.
Absolutely. We got 11:49 here left at half, and I'm really excited to see how the guys come out in the second half. So like I said, that's probably what type of things Coach Bogert's talking about in the locker room. But fortunately, we do come out with the edge. We're going to come out with the ball, so it's a good opportunity to do what we want.
Yep.
We're going to cut to a wonderful video that our student crew has put together, a tour of the hall, and we will be back.
Sounds good.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and I'm a Charger.
My name is TJ, and I am a Charger.
Welcome to Heritage Hall.
Our tour begins where many of us did, in the Early Childhood Center in Lower School.
Welcome to the Lower School, where my love of learning began. I'm in 4th grade, and we are the leaders of the Lower School. Whether we're reading with first graders or playing math games in the ECC, we serve as role models for the entire school. We even get to help greet students at carpool.
From daily foreign language and PE to weekly art programs and yearly music productions, the lower school is a place where students in preschool through 4th grade are nurtured, engaged, and inspired. And on Fridays, their Charger Shine assemblies bring the community together to sing, dance, and celebrate.
Wish I had time to show you more. Hope you can come visit soon. Adios!
Next up is middle school for grades 5 through 8. Our middle school student council president will tell you more about it.
Welcome to the middle school. My teachers say the middle school is all about trying lots of things on for size to find the best fit. We participate in service, after-school clubs, choose our sports, and pick our language and electives. I compete in math counts, play tennis, and perform in musicals. My friends all have varied interests, and the best part is we all support each other.
The middle school is a close-knit community where students are challenged, supported, and encouraged to develop interests and self-reliance. Here, it's cool to do your best, earn recognition from teachers, and be liked for who you really are. The middle school is home to Howard Theater, where everyone from preschool to 12th graders either takes the stage or enjoys a performance. When it comes to performing arts, the spotlight shines on Heritage Hall.
The middle school has a lot to offer, so I hope you'll come visit to see for yourself.
Let's continue our tour with a stop at Harris Hall. Originally, this building was the upper school. Then it became the middle school. Now it houses world language classrooms, our help desk for students who need laptop tech support, and the library. The middle school upper school library is a beautiful setting for studying, research, or a game of chess.
A few short steps from Harris Hall is our upper school, where TJ and I have lots of close friends in every grade. Our classes are small, our teachers are super supportive, and the students encourage each other to succeed. Whether you're into literature, world politics, languages, debate, or music, drama, visual arts, digital media, we have classes on par with college offerings. Beyond the academics, upper school students enjoy taking part in cross-age learning, leadership, and service projects. Everyone finds a way to be involved while supporting the school's mission of learning, leading, and serving.
The McClendon Athletic Center, also known as the MAC, is home to Charger Athletics. We have an impressive strength and conditioning facility and a dedicated cheer room. This is also where our volleyball and basketball teams take to the court. West of the MAC sits our softball and baseball fields, and the Stevenson Fieldhouse, an indoor practice facility. And Chargers Stadium, home to our football, soccer, and track teams. In all, Heritage Hall offers 15 sports in upper school and 10 in middle school. Our inclusive athletic program takes pride in numerous district, regional, and state championships.
We hope you've enjoyed your peek inside the hall. I know I speak for my classmates when I say that at the end of our Heritage Hall journey, we'll be more than prepared for college, we'll be ready for life.
If you are interested in taking a tour or shadowing for a day, contact the admission office. For more information, check out heritagehall.com. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon at the hall.
Welcome back to Charger Vision. We've got 7.5 minutes left till the second half here in Clinton, America. Mark, what do you want to see? What's the biggest thing you want to see the Chargers adjust in the second half?
Well, they've been doing a lot of what they want on offense. I mean, I've been very impressed. When they're going against the wind, Tank's able to run it. They're establishing their will there. When they're going with the wind, they've been able to kind of mix it up and keep Clinton guessing. And so they're doing what they want defensively. They just got to get rid of the big plays.
Yeah, it's you got to tighten up those big play opportunities. Basically, the defensive secondary needs to be a little bit more on mark.
You know, I mean, I see Garrett McLaughlin kicking into the wind, just working on that. He had a good opportunity to get the Chargers some points after a good drive, and it just pushed it a little bit wide. But it is definitely tricky with the wind in the Tornado Bowl, as they call it.
I think he was overcompensating because the wind's out of the northeast, and I think he punched it a little bit to the right to try and hope that the wind would push it over. But it wasn't a far enough kick that it really needed much alignment off center.
Right. I mean, he's a great kicker.
And
I don't want to razz him too hard, but it was
he
just
does
a great
job.
drive. we had worked our way down, then we'd kind of penalties back us up. We were using the clock very well and got the yards we wanted and had a good opportunity to get some points.
And now our ball boys are kind of getting into it with the kick practice. We were just questioning what the ball boys were doing tonight other than throwing balls at each other.
Running around with a chicken with their heads cut off.
In case you can't guess, Mark's son is one of the ball boys
That's
tonight.
normal at my house for sure.
Hence the very blunt commentary on 7th graders.
Oh, they're, I guess, helpful. Well, we've got a good game. I mean, like you said, I think they just need to get rid of the big plays from Clinton. Clinton's been able to stay in the game because of a couple big plays. One, a batted ball that went for an 80-yard touchdown. But Blake Adams, it could have easily been an interception. But just a fortunate bounce for Clinton. But that's certainly kept the momentum going for them and kept them in the game.
Absolutely. You know, big thing I was looking at the end of the half is cleaning up the offensive penalties that we don't have to call, and the return game penalties. On punt return, Santana.
And kickoff returns, you're right.
And kickoff return. You know, punt and kick return, we're having a lot of penalties. I mean, Santana had that one return where he fielded the punt at about the 20, and he brought it all the way to midfield, but it didn't stand because of the blocking in the back, and we had a holding on another one. If we can clean up some of those special teams penalties, we'll have a lot better field position.
Right. Dawson Evans with a good run on a kickoff that was called back.
Yeah, Dawson
you're right.
did
It's
that
just
one
kind of
brought back.
I say silly penalties. I mean, it's hard when someone reverses.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's hard when someone reverses their field, but that's just something the Chargers got to be a little smarter.
Garrett working on some long kicks right now, trying
With
to see
the
how.
wind, yeah, the wind at his back.
Yeah, because we're going to be. We'll be running south. No, we'll be running. We'll be running north still for the third, and we'll run south in the fourth.
That's correct.
It always throws me off that it's like ABBA. I always think it should be ABAB, but if you're right, it's ABBA.
It looks like the ball boys are actually doing something, which is good.
Which doesn't mean it was worth it that they came tonight. They earned their keep.
Good, finally.
Does that mean ice cream on the way home?
No, absolutely not.
I tried.
All right, no, the Chargers, like I said, they're doing well. They've got a lot to be proud of. This Clinton team is not going to go away, though. They're going to make some adjustments.
No, they're
not. And they've not been able to establish what I would say a good series, but they've been able to get a few big plays, and they've gotten scores off of them. They had a 40-yard throw and catch to the tight end, Lopez, and then a 30-yard run by Maine is one of their scores, and then they had a huge passing play. Like I said, it was on a tip ball, so I still got to give them credit for it, even though I don't want to. But it was a tip ball that is how they got their other score. But, I mean, it could easily be 21-7.
It could be. You know, it's definitely one of those situations right now where this game could be going a number of ways. You know, Clinton is playing some good football. The big thing that they've got to work on, like you said, is consistency. That they don't rely their whole offense on a couple of big plays. They've got to try and have more of a drive. But the Hall just needs to work a little bit on some of those little penalties, things that don't call back touchdowns and things that don't call back good return game.
Yeah, big yardage plays.
Yeah, because we had a touchdown brought back, and then by not having that good field position on that return by Santana, that could have really changed that whole drive. Could have been a completely different situation because we'd have been way deeper in territory. We would have been throwing on, 3rd and 19.
You're exactly right. I guess we can go over some statistics from last week's game. You talked about Blake Adams. It was 9 of 12 for 257 yards, no interceptions, and 4 touchdowns. That's a great day.
He has a QB rating of 151.4 on the night.
That's off the charts. And then his backup Crawford was 2 for 2 with 29 yards.
And a 137 QBR.
He looked good. I'd never seen him play before.
He rolls out
new this year.
He's comes from Marlowe to us. He rolls out of the pocket really well. He's a junior, and he's definitely going to earn playing time. Even with Blake ahead of him in the depth chart, he's going to definitely earn playing time. I'm not sure how deep he was in the chart out in Marlowe, but he's a good ball player.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see more of him. And then Tank Love, 18 carries, 180 yards last week, and a touchdown.
Well,
it
didn't feel like
it. I agree. It seemed like he had set that good a game, but he certainly did. And then Blake Adams, 6 carries, 16 yards. Bryce Sobranis, 5 carries, 20 yards. Tevin McDaniel, 4 carries, 77 yards, but he got most of it. He did most of his damage in the air. He did have 2 touchdowns running. Then Michael McMullen came in and looked good out of the backfield.
Michael looked he was running as the pitch man a lot, and he looked really good in that role, utilizing his mind as a quarterback to read the field. But he can take the pitch, and he's got a little bit more bulk on him. He can take a hit pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I was impressed with the way he was running the ball last week. And then receiving, Tevin McDaniel definitely was doing his damage. He had 4 receptions, about 169 yards for those 4 receptions and 3 touchdowns. So that's where he did most of his damage. We had Dawson Evans with 26 yards and 2 receptions. Michael McMullen, 2 receptions, 21 yards on, I would say, some screen plays. Santana Randall, 1 reception, 47 yards. Cole McDaniel, 1 reception, 27 yards last week, just to round out the offensive stats.
Defensively, the Chargers had a good night against Cassidy. Andrew McDonald had 11 tackles, 2 solo, 4 for a loss. Jack Ross had 9 tackles, 1 for loss. Brendan Nizell, 8 tackles, 1 solo, 3 for loss. Cole McDaniel, 8, 1 solo, 3 for loss. Tevin McDaniel, 6 with 1 solo and 3 for loss. Bryce Sobranis had 6 with, a pair of solo and lost tackles. Sorry, I can't read my own chart right now. Grayson Wilson, 5 tackles, 1 solo. And then we also have Preston Nelson had 4 tackles, 1 for loss. Kian Ramanzada had 3. Tank Love had 3. Derek Sanders had 3, 1 for loss. Blake Brigham, 3, 1 for loss. Miles Francisco, 3, 1 for loss. And Bryce Sobranis had the lone sack on the night. And then Gary McLaughlin looked really good on the night. 7 for 7 on PATs and 1 field goal from 31 yards and kicked 7 touchbacks.
That rounds out last week. Chargers winning 60-21 against Cassidy. Cassidy kept it close in the first quarter and a little bit in the second quarter, and then the Chargers started spreading the lead from there. Dominated the second half.
2:43 left. We're showing on the clock in the half. And your Chargers getting fired up out there, getting kind of a halftime warm-up, get their bodies limbered back up. But we've got there's a lot of football left. Like I said, if I was on the TV, I'd be telling you, don't turn your sets off just yet, folks. I'm going to tell you, don't turn your monitors off just yet because there's a lot of football left here to play from Clinton, America.
You're exactly right. I mean, this is been a good game so far. If we can just eliminate some penalties, I think the Chargers should do well in the second half, but we'll see what adjustments are going to be made by each team.
Absolutely. The other thing that's interesting to watch out of this game is since Heritage will be moving up into 4A next year, and they'll be in 4A District 1 with Clinton, it's kind of a good mark of what this team is going to be moving up into as far as size of teams. I mean, we talk about in 3A there being some very, very talented programs, and there are some incredible 3A teams.
Yeah, and we're going to lose a lot of seniors this year. I'm sorry to say. We're moving up in competition, but we're losing some guys. Hopefully we've got some good guys coming in. I don't know much about the 8th grade class right now. Has some good athletes, and there's a lot of them, but it's going to be hard to replace Tank and Tevin and some of the other seniors.
Oh, it is. I mean, we've got some of the big playmakers in this senior class. Obviously, Tevin and Tank.
Andrew
McDonald. Derek Sanders has come on pretty heavily. Garrett McLaughlin will be out of special teams. Trying to think some of the other big. Brandon Nizell is really making himself known this year. Cole McDaniel, he's been a staple on that tight end spot.
I'd love to get him the ball more. He's got great hands.
Miles Francisco is a guy who's really kind of come on.
Yep.
He started 2 years ago. Remember how skinny he was when he started?
Right.
We looked at that. He looked like a slightly shorter Kevin Durant, and he is.
He's filled out some.
He's filled out, and he looks really good. He's become a really good player.
Michael McMullen, has been
a bright kid too.
He's been a great backup quarterback, and we talked about how he's moved positions this year, but he's great out of the backfield. So he's also someone that's not going to be around next year.
And Blake Brigham. We're losing our. Blake's been our center for. He'll been our center for 2.5 years.
He's an unsung hero. When we talk about how undersized he is and how he's in on lots of plays, and he does a great job at center. If we don't call his name, that means he's doing everything right, as far as not getting a penalty called against him. So he is going to be a big loss.
And a kid that is a huge part of this team, and we talk about him a lot, but we don't talk about him a lot statistically, obviously, is Luther.
Yep.
Luther is a huge part of that line. I mean that in every respect of the phrase. Both physically, he is a lot of the line, and he is just a really good player. We've just got a ton of kids on this roster that play well. A lot of kids that, kind of pick up things here and there. We don't say their names often, but, guys like, Jack Hansing, Alam Carter, Kian Ramazada, Campbell Kerr, a lot of these guys that just, we don't necessarily call their names every single day.
But they're doing their job for the team.
Ian Self is a kid. I was looking at my roster. I don't feel like I say Ian's name a lot, but Ian does a lot of good things on this roster. So it looks like the Chargers are going to be we're going to be southbound.
Yep, going with the win, which is I get what we want, although I thought we were going to get that in the fourth quarter, but it looks like we'll be getting in the third. And we've got, who do we have deep? Dawson Evans, and is it Tevin McDaniel deep? They're kicking it straight up in the air. They're waving. Everybody's waving a fair catch. Who wants it?
Chandler Shepard with the ball.
Chandler Shepard gets it. That's good. I saw 20 and 21, both trying to, Campbell Kerr, Chandler Shepard, both waving for the fair catch. Luckily, one of them called the other one off. It's good communication, and it's good field position.
It is. You know, I was talking to Campbell about that the other day, that he's been watching a lot of tape. A lot of teams are coming to this right side midfield kick this year when they've been watching tape at different schools. It seems to be a thing that a lot of it's become, not for our team, but for a lot of teams, it's kind of a weak spot. And so a lot of teams are going to that right side.
Right. I wonder if they're afraid of our return guys. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something to do when against the wind and afraid of the return guys. All right, Blake Adams, he does keep it. He's looking to throw. He does throw it. Oh, incomplete.
To Tank.
Was that Tevin or Tank?
You're right, Tevin.
Yeah, Tevin out of the backfield. He's got great hands. That throw just a little out of his reach.
It's going to set up 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You know, I mean, when we're with the wind, we certainly want to throw it. I mean, that's apparently what Coach Bogert wants to establish. I mean, I'm not afraid to give a big dose of Tank, even with the wind. He's been running so well tonight.
No, you're right. He's doing his job very, very well tonight.
All right, we've got 2nd and 10. Adams in the backfield does give it to Tank. Tank is going right up the middle.
There's
flags all over the
flag.
place, but he gets down to the 40-yard line. But
it's going to be on us
is-
because Blake Adams not looking too happy. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag all the way up at the Clinton 45.
we'll see what the call is. But that is, we just talked about it. Flags negating big plays, and that was one of them. I mean, Tank going for 30 yards, but it looks like it's going to be called back. We'll see what the referees have to say. Holding against the Chargers. Face mask against Clinton. I don't know. We'll see where they put the ball. I mean, they're offsetting. I don't know if they're going to replay it.
I don't know. That's kind of an interesting when you got it both ways like that.
Yeah, I was going to say usually they won't let the play stand. They'll replay it, but they're walking back. It looks like we may have 2nd and 10 again. I don't know. We'll see.
11:48. We're just getting this third quarter started up, but that was kind of one of the two things we were talking about was not negate, like you just said, not negating big plays with penalties, and we've got to work on that, especially as we move into district play. I mean, the reality is early in the season you can sometimes make up for those things, but as we get further in the season, we get into district play, we're trying to get the playoffs, we can't afford to make these little mistakes in district games because we had a couple of games last year that were pretty tight.
Yeah, definitely.
Those types of penalties could be the difference in winning those games or not.
Yep, and I mean, we talked about it last year. We started off a little bit the same with some silly penalties, but we cleaned that up throughout the year and looked much better as the season progressed, and I hope we do that again. All right, Tank's got the ball going straight at the middle, but he's going against the whole line.
He's going nowhere. Brought down by Daniel Lopez and company.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the best blocking right there. Big Tank didn't have anywhere to go.
No. It's unfortunate. It's one of those things where a guy like Tank, he can run and he can bully through, and sometimes we overestimate how little of a block he needs. But he was running right up that right side, trying to go over by Luther and Cole and those guys. And unfortunately, Lopez and the linebackers just getting across. And
Santana in motion. They fake it to him. They're looking to throw.
Blake's going deep. Oh, Tevin.
Wide open.
Tevin's
Catch
got
the
it.
ball.
He's going. He's going. He's at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Tevin McDaniel. That's what I like to see.
I mean, they were looking for that sweep. Clinton has been burned by the sweep, and so they bid on it.
Fake.
Well, they bid on it. He had two guys he could have thrown it to, and he picks Tevin McDaniel wide open.
That was a great play. That was a great play call, great execution.
I think Dawson was wide open, cutting across the middle, was waving his hand. But I like the decision. Touchdown, Heritage Hall.
And Blake sold it really well, too. I mean, he acted like he popped that sweep in, and he kind of faked it and pulled it back in. The kick is up. It is good. Your Chargers up 28-14 with 10:44 left in the third. We got a ball game.
Nice. That was a beautiful play. 68-yard touchdown catch by Tevin McDaniel. Wide open after the fake sweep to Santana Randall. That's been working very well. But a nice throw by Blake Adams. He just put a little air under it and let Tevin run right under it. Tevin juggled it a little bit. I got nervous for a second, but he brought it in and ran for the score.
It's going to bring the Charger kicking unit out. The Clinton Tornadoes will be driving north.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to see coming out of half, and that was a great play. I mean, it was 3rd and 11, so it was a good time for it, but Clinton was cheating up a little too much and got caught.
Yeah, that's what we said in the first half, though. I mean, these little penalties are frustrating, but we seem to thrive on the next play.
I know. I don't know why we have to be backed into a corner.
I don't know why we
out.
have to make it so hard on ourselves, but we get the mission accomplished. But we just don't have to make it so hard on ourselves.
Yeah, I definitely think that's something they can work on this week, and I'm sure they worked on it last week. But little penalties are killers. Penalties and turnovers. We've had 1 turnover, but there was no damage done. The penalties have made it a little harder on us, but like you said, we still come up with the goods. We're leading now 28-14.
10:44 on the clock in the 3rd quarter, and deep to receive for the Red Tornadoes. They've got Deontay Barker, they've got J.J. Brown, and they've got Christopher Brooks, kind of running a little bit of a triangle formation out of the back.
Yep, Barker, their usual running back, he is the deepest, and he's hoping to get the ball, but Garrett McLaughlin's been able to boot it for touchbacks multiple times. We'll see if this one goes, and it does.
Right out the back, past Deontay Barker.
He's got a strong leg.
He does. He's got a strong leg. Whether or not he's with the wind, he's kicking well tonight. And that'll bring the Red Tornadoes out on their own 20-yard line.
Nicely done. All right, so the Tornadoes going against the wind and now down by 14. We'll see what they want to do. I would guess they would want to run the ball because that's what they are the best at, but you never know. They've got a good quarterback in there. Austin Main doing a good job. We'll see if they want to air it out or establish the run.
It's going to be interesting to see which direction they go in this half. Maine's going to be under center, it looks like.
Yep, got Barker behind him. Lopez in motion.
They're shifting the whole line.
Looks like they do give it to Barker. Running to the left side.
And he's got nothing.
Dawson Evans in there.
Evans. You always know when Dawson gets the tackle because he comes up as fired up as he goes down.
Yeah, he's excited when he gets tackled. I mean, he gets the whole team pumped up. I mean, he's the safety that's reading that and then.
Do you realize that Dawson is not on the list of tackles last week at all?
I did not realize that.
That is probably the most surprising statistic from last week.
He's making up for it this week.
Oh, absolutely.
We've called his name a lot.
But, Cassidy wasn't going on things that was forcing the secondary to play as much, and the quarterback wasn't moving either.
Well, the line did a great job where I don't think not many running backs got past the line, so Dawson didn't have to work as hard last week, but I didn't realize he had 0. All right, Austin Main looking to throw it. It's overthrown, and there's a flag on the play.
At the 20.
Pass intended for 33, Grayson Whedon, but overthrown. We'll see what the penalty is. I'm getting tired of the penalties.
I know. It slows the game down.
There's too many of them on us, first of all.
How am I going to get home in
illegal
time for
man
the late
downfield
show?
On Clinton, which is good. Yeah, you're not going to make that. 9 o'clock.
No Kimmel or Fallon?
You better go to the late show.
No, not Craig Ferguson. That's going to set up a 2nd and long. I told you, we have way too much fun doing this.
Red Tornadoes there. Illegal man downfield or ineligible man downfield.
It looks like
the pass was overthrown.
Chargers declined the penalty. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 from the 19.
Not wanting to give them another opportunity to get out.
Well,
I think if it was 3rd and 1, it'd been a different call, but 3rd and 11, yeah, let's just get it down to one play.
Nope, we've got Brooks on one side, Brown on the other.
Bryce Brandis and Blake Adams are on the wideouts.
Dawson Evans looks like he's going to watch the tight end Lopez, who has got one long catch so far. He releases. Dawson Evans trying to stay with him.
Tank and
quarterback on running. Main still up.
He should be short on that run.
It's hard to tell from here how much yardage he got, but I don't think it's enough for a first down.
Miles Francisco getting over there to make the stop.
Yeah, it looks like they got the punting units running on.
Yeah, Miles is definitely 6'1", 220.
Yeah, he's put on some weight.
He looks really good, though. He's making some really good plays.
Yep. Well, De Leon, it looks like to kick. He'll be going in the wind, so we'll see where Dawson Evans is going to be deep. We'll see where he
Or is that Blake Adams going to be? No, it looks like we're not putting a man deep at all.
Well,
Blake Adams is
kind
of deep, but not really.
Bryce Sobranis is, I guess, making sure it's not a fake. That's a good kick
we're
for
letting him
David
have.
Young.
We're letting him have. It takes a Charger bounce, and it's going to be right about the
37-yard line. Yeah, I'm surprised with that, but that's a very good kick into the wind.
Yeah, I don't think they thought it was going to get across midfield, and they just wanted to play him on us. Didn't want to give him a chance to play it as a fake. You're right. It's going to set up 1st and 10 from about the 37-yard line for the Chargers.
Well, great defensive stand. I mean, just so Clinton cannot answer the Chargers' touchdown. We'll see if the Chargers can put any more points on the board.
Absolutely. 8:57 left on the clock in the third. Does this feel like a game that's got a lot of time in it?
Well,
I guess all the
penalties
are really
down for sure.
They're really really keeping clock stopped. Because we're at 9 o'clock already.
Yeah.
But it's a good game. 28-14.
And Anthony Lopez on the defensive line.
That's what I'm saying. He's the one that Tank keeps dragging.
Well, that's down there looking for the pitch. He does pitch it out.
Tevin
is that Tevin McDaniel running down the right side? He's at the
30. Can he get away? Can he get away?
Still going. Brooks and Brown get him about the 5-yard line.
He's going to be down. Yeah, inside of the 5. Brought down by Brooks.
That is a great run. Blake Adams is so good at that. He waits till the last second and then pitches it out. And Tevin McDaniel takes off for a big gain.
Honestly, I think that's one of Blake's biggest talents is running the option pitch, because you're right, he holds that ball to the last possible second that he can get it off and it be a safe pitch.
Yep.
And it gives the pitch man some good run room. Oh, Brooks is cramping. They pull him off the field by his pads.
No penalty. They just throw him out. I'm surprised.
Get out of here.
Surprised the referees are not. Well, they do finally kind of stop playing.
Yeah, J.J. Brown just pulling his teammate off the field. Kind of like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Thanks for the help.
1st and goal from the 2. After they get Brooks stretched out a little bit. We saw a little bit of cramping in the first quarter. Got a little bit more coming this way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. It's just because it's not that hot tonight, but. You got to make sure you drink enough liquids.
That's almost the problem this time of year. Guys aren't hot. They're not, so they're less likely to hydrate. Because they're used to it being 100 degrees, 98 degrees, and a day like this, they say, "Oh, it's not bad at all." So they don't get real thirsty, and they don't really get their bodies prepared.
Well, trying to stretch him out, he had to run Tevin McDaniel down on a 55-yard pitch play down to the 2-yard line.
That was a great play. The Chargers are really becoming a big play team.
Gosh, it's looked painful for me to watch him walk off. Yeah, he's tight.
But they're going to get him off, get him feeling better. Yeah, because you can tell he's tight because he's not even putting toes on the ground.
Yeah.
It's all heel. His walk is all heel.
All right, the Chargers at the 2-yard line. We'll see if they're going to let Take finish it off, or Tevin, who's done all the hard work so far, if he's going to
see who's got to shove it into, or if Blake's going to keep it.
They do give it to Tank. He runs to the right side, runs over a guy for a score. Man, he threw him back like he was not there.
And that puts the Chargers on the board again, 34-14 before the point after.
Well,
the second half, the Chargers coming out, a little bit cleaner football, making some good plays.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We got a scoring recap from around the state. Davis, Oklahoma playing over, no relation. Davis playing Sulphur. No, I'm not related to a town. Leading 13-7.
Yeah, we play Davis next week, so getting
that's good. A little bit of inside there. They're on top of Sulphur, but a lot of football left to play out there right now.
Yeah, Davis, their quarterback, who is so good, is now out of school. Finally graduated out, but. I'm not sad to see him go, frankly, but he had a great career there, and we'll see what Davis can do this year.
Well, they had a really good running back the last couple of years. I think he graduated too. He was a state champion wrestler. Remember, he was a big kid out of the backfield, fullback.
Yeah.
I think he graduated as well too. I'm not certain that he may be a senior this year.
I think he's gone as well.
So I think he was like a 3A, because wrestling is 3, 4, 5, 6. 3A. 220-pound state champion. He was a pretty big kid, but he ran. He was also a track state champion, too.
Yeah, he was their version of Tank.
He was kind of an anomaly. I'm 220 pounds, but I'm also a 100-meter champion.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Garrett McLaughlin setting it up for the kickoff. The Chargers now up 35-14.
8:38 left on the clock. Garrett once again continuing his perfect streak on points after. 7 for 7 the other night. 5 for 5 tonight. He's starting this season off very well with only the 1 missed field goal.
Yeah, I mean, we are between penalties and scoring. The clock is not moving so much tonight.
No, it's not moving at all. I mean, how is it only 4 minutes and a half? We've already scored twice in the half. And the kick is...
looks like
it's gonna be
Barker may have a
returnable.
chance to return this one. He's bringing it out. We'll see if he going straight at the middle. He's got a couple blocks. Gets out to about the 35-yard line.
He gets brought down.
Oh, there's a flag late. Oh, multiple flags. I don't know. I don't see any extracurricular, but something must be going on.
I don't either. I wonder if there's maybe a little bit of trash talking in the pile. Brought down by a gaggle of Chargers.
Well, let's see what the call is. I mean, it was definitely after the play, but I didn't see what prompted it.
So I wonder if there's some smack talk.
Well, I expect that.
Personal
foul against the Chargers. I mean, that's the kind of thing that we're trying to clean up. I mean, we're ahead by 21 points. Don't give him any extra yards.
And he had a great return anyway. I mean, he was at the 30, and now it's going to bring it all the way up to the 45. Bring it up to midfield.
Yeah, I mean, he was, I guess, about 35, 15-yard tack on. That's right about the 50. Those flags were late. I didn't really see what they saw, but the Chargers, that's just kind of the stuff you don't even want to tempt a referee to throw a flag. All right, defense. So we can hold them. I mean, they're starting at midfield. This is the best field position they've had so far this half. Austin Main under center.
1st and 10.
Grayson Whedon.
He's
they're
rolling
looking to throw.
out.
He's got a man open.
He gets
number one.
But he's out of bounds. He steps out.
Yeah, they're saying he does make the catch. Sobranis was chasing the deep guy, but that did leave the underneath man open.
Derek Sanders coming across the field. Derek Sanders coming across to make the stop, but he steps right out of bounds. 1 yard gain on the play. That could have gone worse. I'll take it. I'll take it. That could have gone worse.
Well, he turned to make a play and tried to run up the open field, but like you said, I guess inadvertently stepped out of bounds before he could make his big move. He had some room to run, but the Chargers were closing in fast.
It's going to set up 2nd and 9 from the 49. And like I said, this is a big stop series to have because they have such good field position. We don't want to give them an easy score. If they're going to get downfield, they need to earn it.
Yeah, moving early. Clinton not knowing the snap count, and they're going to have a penalty there.
They're going to be moving it back.
False start Red Tornadoes. That's just going to help our cause. Going to make it 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14 from the Clinton 46. They're back over midfield, which I like.
Yeah.
I don't want them in our territory.
We need to Brendan his L sack and move him back even farther.
Man, that was a big one he had earlier.
That was.
He's a great player, and he's really good on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's lining up like he's ready to go chase it.
Yeah, you're right, he is. I got a man in motion.
Main under center.
He's rolling
it off.
No.
Nowhere to go. Great defense.
No gain on the play. It's
Dawson. Is that Dawson again?
No.
Yeah, he was in there. I don't know if he made the initial tackle, but he made a hit in there.
He's in there. Jack Ross in there. Cole McDaniel's in there. I think Tevin was in there. You get those big early hits like that, and you get a lot of bodies on, and that's what makes those so successful. And that's going to be 3rd and 13. They gave him a 1 yard gain on the play.
Well, he just didn't have everywhere to run. They went to the short side of the field, and Heritage closed that in a hurry.
Looking for Clinton to throw it on this play, maybe across the middle to Lopez, because they haven't gone for it again after the touchdown. So they're saving it.
Yeah, they do throw it deep. They're throwing to Brown, who's running past the guy, and he cannot make the catch.
It fumbles out of his hand. Blake Adams was the man on, but
he ran by him, and I think Blake Adams didn't think that Maine could throw it that far, but it was a great throw.
That was a great throw. It was in Brown's hand. He just kind of, Jazz Reynolds juggled the ball.
Yeah, that was a great throw. I mean, he's got to make that catch. Brown's got to make that catch, but I'm very happy he did not. Blake Adams was beat on the play, and that should have been a touchdown for Clinton, but Brown cannot make the catch.
I almost thought Blake was going to be able to get the ball after it bounced out of Brown's hands.
My goodness, that's a fortunate break for the Chargers. De Leon into punt. Is that Santana Randall deep?
I think it's still Santana Randall deep, yeah. He seems to be the return man.
Whoa, high snap over
Whoa,
his head.
Get there, get there.
Chargers
Who's
on a
chasing?
jailbreak.
got-
De Leon trying to pick it up and see if he can kick it. He
Oh.
does kick it out of, well,
Yeah.
is it going out of bounds? I can't tell. That's a great job by De
It's
Leon.
going to be at the Clinton 35-yard line. Yeah, good job getting back to it.
Whoa.
That was a horrible snap.
It was. It went over his head, and then he chased it down and was able to turn and get a kickoff. That was about to be very disastrous. I mean, it's still great field position for the Chargers, but
credit to the punter. He
Yep.
did everything he could. They did not give him a good situation.
yeah, they were going to tackle him or block it, and somehow he got that off. Got it to about the 35-yard line, but we almost tackled him at the 10-yard line. So
Man.
Chargers with great field position.
1st and 10 on the 36. We'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
They give up their good field position to
Well,
give us even better.
that's something. I mean, Clinton's just
Man.
trying to help us out as much as
But
they
they've
can.
had-
They have
but
a
they've
drop.
had a lot of high snaps. If you watch, I mean,
the
yeah,
good
they've
throw
had
by
a
Blake.
it's
It's a little too
over
far.
But they've had a lot of high snaps on the night. I've been watching. Most of them they've been able to get, but I know the quarterback had one over his head that he had
Right.
to dive on, and he's had a lot that he's had to jump to pull down. And, Maine's playing really well, but they're not giving him a good opportunity, which is great for our defense. Fortunately for the Clinton line, he's 6 foot tall, and he's got long arms.
Right.
But if they had a 5'9" quarterback, they'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I just think we have been, although we're leading 35-14, but we just saw J.J. Brown drop what could have been a touchdown catch, and then instead of punting it and trying to pin us deep, we get the ball at the 35-yard line with a snap over the punter's head. So we've dodged 2 bullets, and we're in good field position. Let's see if we can do something with it. We hand it off to, is that Brandon Azell? I couldn't see who had the ball.
I think it was Brendan Nazell, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Great run by Brendan.
Yeah, he has not carried the ball this year, but that's a good run. He's certainly capable.
Absolutely. He kind of popped right through the line there. Our O-line's doing a really good job of creating holes for the running backs.
Yeah,
today.
per usual, I do not give them enough credit.
9-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 1. Ball and 27. I don't know why the big
Third.
call.
No, I think it is 3rd and 1. Yeah, they had the first one.
Oh, you're right. He had
pass.
the
pitch play.
Pitch it to Tank.
Let's see, Tank.
Oh.
He is hit.
Oh, he
that's
is
a
hit
good tackle by
low.
21 Barker.
Yeah, Deontay Barker hitting Tank, getting down to hit Tank. And
Well, I guess they're giving him the first down. I couldn't tell from here. I didn't think he had it. That was a
they're
good
gonna-
play by Barker, but we do still get the first down.
I guess Blake must have already had the first down before he pitched it. Because, because Tank really didn't get anything once he had the ball in his hand. Blake must have already been across when he pitched the ball.
Well, outstanding. I mean, we've got another set of downs. Moving the ball, we're now at the 25-yard line. The Chargers ahead 35-14 and are trying to add to it.
We've got Michael McMullen in as a receiver, different position for him, but we have said he's done some really good things playing with the receiving core.
You know, the ball given straight ahead to Tank, and
he is brought down by number 71, Rowdy Hartness, 6'1", 260. A lot, but what really surprised me about this Clinton roster, I'm not seeing a lot of seniors. I'm seeing a lot of sophomores and freshmen.
That's not good for us next year.
No, it's not good for us. But I mean, these some of these really big kids they have are sophomores. They've got a huge sophomore class.
Yeah.
It's going to set up 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line.
We're at a full backfield. We'll see what Blake Adams wants to do here. Gives it right up the gut. Is that Tevin or Tank? I couldn't see who he handed it to.
No, I think it was Brendan again.
I couldn't see who carried that one, but they went right up the middle.
Yeah, I think it's Brendan Nazell once again getting some time in at running back.
He looks like, and we talked about it, he's bulked up some in the last year or so.
I noticed that in the baseball tournaments last year because he was hitting heavy.
Yeah.
He was swinging
he's a very good baseball player. He and Dawson Evans play very good baseball.
Dawson Evans is a really good deep hitter. But he comes by it naturally too.
He definitely does.
But he's a great player.
We're at 3rd and 1.
From the 15-yard line.
They're giving it to Tank on the right side. He cuts back up. Still on his feet.
He's dragging bodies. He's dragging big bodies.
Down to about the 5-yard line. We'll see if he was down at about the 2 to 3 yard line. Tank is just a workhorse.
Man, I can't even tell who he was dragging. He's running so much mud across their jerseys, I can't read the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, there's they're covering him up, and it doesn't bother him at all.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Another
Tank
heavy
again.
dose of Tank. He's dragging.
Going in.
I think
can't see if he made it. It looks like he's down about the 1.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short by about a yard. brought down by Dawson Ballard and Jose Hernandez.
Well, he just runs into a crowd and seems to come out the other side.
He really does. Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 1.
No huddle for the Chargers. They're running a hurry up because they've got Clinton on their heels.
And Tank is in.
Runs
Tank kind of shuffles in.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of icky.
Makes it look easy. Makes it look easy.
And that puts your Chargers up 41-14 before the point after. And they're starting to, I'm not going to say it, but they're starting to run away a little bit.
Yeah, they're imposing their will, and that's for sure. The clock's running and their running game just looking very good.
Garrett McLaughlin set to kick. It is up. It is good. And that puts your Chargers on the board for 42 big ones. The Clinton Red Tornadoes with 14.
Mercy, they are scoring lots of points this year. I like it.
They are. This offense is going to be a heavy, heavy scoring offense all year, I think. That's kind of the big thing we're noticing early on. Is, I mean, last week we had 60-22. Right now we're at 42-14 with 4 minutes left in the third.
Yep.
I mean, this team is going to score a lot of points this year. They're going to put up some gaudy numbers. You know, Tevin and Tank and Luther, all three of them are being looked at by a lot of colleges.
Yep.
Tevin and Tank are going to have the numbers. I mean, Luther's job is less statistic-based, but Tevin and Tank are going to have the statistics that people are looking for out of them the way they're playing ball this year.
Yep. I definitely want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Fuzzies, Texadelphia. They do a great job for us. I want to thank our one of our official sponsors, First Liberty Bank. Where your success is their passion. Let First Liberty help you achieve your goals by calling 405-608-4500 or visiting myfirstliberty.com.
We'd also like to thank Mercedes-Benz of OKC for their continued support of Charger Vision. Visit their showroom downtown or check them out on the web at mbokc.com.
We'll get to the rest of our sponsors in a minute. We're about to kick off. We've got 4:19 left in the third quarter. Chargers are taking control 42-14 at this point. I'm sure in the fourth quarter when Clinton has the wind, they're going to try to do a little damage, but our lead is pretty strong right now.
It's getting pretty, as Miss Horn would always say, no lead is big enough.
It never is. I'm with you there.
But this one's starting to feel a little bit better than it has been.
Yeah, I mean, the offense is looking very good. They're just imposing their will. Another deep kick by Garrett McLaughlin, and Barker has no chance on this one. The Red Tornadoes got the ball at the 50-yard line with a good run back and a penalty.
I think
everyone couldn't do anything with it.
I think every kick's been a touchback, but two.
But that one. Well,
we had that one run back, and then we had the one
kind of
that was kind of a line drive, and he didn't get anything out of it.
Oh, I got
but
you.
Kind of about to the 15, and we were right on him when he got it. But only one Troy had a return, but everything else been out the back. And that's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Red Tornadoes of Clinton are moving north.
Well, the Chargers defense has been playing great all night. I know at some point we talk about they'll start using some subs and trying to get other guys some experience. They may wait till the fourth quarter before they do that, but we'll try to pay attention to the names and some of the new guys coming in. Oh, they're coming after him, coming after Austin Main, and he's running out of there. I don't know if that was Brendan Ezell. Somebody was coming after him, and he tried to run to the left, but he was under duress.
I think it was Andrew McDonald, Brendan Ezell on the left side there. I think it was Andrew McDonald coming around the right.
Well, not much there. Actually, a loss of 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Man, the defense is playing well as well. It's just a couple of big plays. We've been fortunate on one or two plays, but a couple big plays have hurt us. Otherwise, the defense is doing their job.
You're right. 2nd and 12 from the 18. 3:39 left on the clock in the third.
Main in the shotgun. He's got Barker back there with him, looking to throw. He does throw it to Barker. He tries to make a one-handed catch. The ball a little bit behind him.
Andrew McDonald was coming on, but Barker not able to reel the ball in very well. And Bryce Sabrina's coming on from the other direction, kind of coming in on a pie on him. And going to be 3rd and 12 from the 18. Another opportunity for a Charger stop. And like we've said, as deep as Clinton is on these drives, they're not going to – I mean, they're going to have to get rid of it if they don't get, at least a close yardage that's at least worth the risk if they on a 4th down. and you can't run a 4th and 12 on your own 18.
Not smart, but they are down 28 points. So
good math. That was quick. Or have you been working on that a while?
I've been working on it. Under pressure, Brandon Ezell trying to get him. Austin Main on the run. Throws it
Incomplete
out,
pass.
but I think just trying to get rid of it. I don't even know who he was throwing it to. I think he was just throwing it
I
away.
think he just threw it away 'cause there was no red bodies in the area.
Brandon Ezell flushed him out, and then I didn't see who was actually putting more pressure on him, but he got rid of it.
It's going to be
great job by the defense. I mean,
4th and 12, and here comes De Leon.
I like that we've been saying his name a lot because he's had to punt a lot. But our
like
defense,
saying the name. It's a good. I mean, if you're going to give me a name to call all day, I'll take De Leon.
We have a chance with that one. There's some other names we don't do so well.
We get some every once in a while that we really need a phonetic spelling on our roster. We've got Chandler Shepard set to return the punt. He's at midfield.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. I mean, De Leon has a very strong leg. Last time he kicked it in the wind, he got a great kick out of it. So
he did.
It's over. Oh, he makes a great catch. The snap was high. He makes a great catch by
Chandler Shepard calling the fair catch.
Yeah, midfield.
De Leon is keeping them in it on special teams because they are giving him some really bad snaps.
He's their MVP so far this game. Well, I mean, he's
you never want your punter to be your MVP.
I know,
though,
but between kicking and punting, he's doing a great job for him.
He's probably the one guy that we can say has done his job with the least flaws.
Yeah.
On their
definitely.
Probably the one person that's played pretty flawless. He's just made up for other people's flaws.
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers defense holds them again. The offense out there with 3 minutes left in the third, they are doing a great job. Both offense and defense have cleaned it up and are doing a great job the second half.
1st and 10 from the Charger 48.
Blake Adams with the keeper going to the
wow.
left side.
He's
got a lot of room.
The
He gets
30.
a block.
Oh, can he
going
get away?
on the left
20,
side, still going.
10. Dives.
What's the call? I don't see.
Touchdown Blake Adams. One play.
52 yards.
Nice.
They keyed on Tank so much. There was a lot of open room. It was a great block. It looked like Callahan Walker was over there with the block.
He was. Cal had a real good block on the outside. And like you said, they keyed in the run on Tank. And Blake he pulled that ball right back out of the gut and saw a hole and took it.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, we saw his speed there for sure. They had Brooks had the angle on him, chasing him down, but he dove into the end zone, got to the pylon. Another score for the Chargers. Extra point up and good.
Put your Chargers up 49-14 over the Red Tornadoes. And Garrett McLaughlin continuing his perfect PAT streak. 14 between last week and this.
Man, that is awesome.
That's a good
statistic. That is scoring in a hurry.
We came into this half 9 minutes ago.
21-14 at halftime.
And we have put up 28 points in the last 9 minutes while not giving up any at all.
Beautiful.
Man, this is fun.
I know. Well, gosh, I
thought this one was going to be a nail biter the entire game.
Me too. Please stay tuned because this is exciting Charger football, but the game is not as close as we were concerned it might be.
But the Chargers are playing really good football.
They definitely are. I mean,
they're showing the reason that they're ranked number 1 in 3A right now.
Yes.
And it's that incredibly explosive offense that we've got.
And
a very good defense. I mean, nothing given up this half.
Yep, we've played traditionally the last 3 years played Clinton, who's a very good 4A team, so playing up, and then we'll play Davis, who's 2A, but they have won a lot in 2A, so they're a very stout team as well. And they're a good test for the Chargers for our 3A district competition.
Before we open up our district schedule against Centennial on the 25th.
Mercy,
like
man.
At the remodeled Taft Stadium.
Yes. I hope I can make that game. Trying to work out my schedule.
Kind of just curious to see what the box is like in the new Taft Stadium.
Barker is going to run it out. Oh, they say he was in the end zone. Yeah.
He's looking at him like, what? It's like, you can't run it out of the end zone.
Well, I guess he didn't think he was as deep as he was.
Yeah.
Another great kick by Garrett McLaughlin.
Another great one. I mean, and so 3:01 left here in the third quarter. The Red Tornadoes will come out and start on their own 20, down 14-49 against our Chargers.
Yep, I definitely want to thank RS Fuel Convenience Store. They make a pit stop on the south side of Memorial Road between Portland and May Avenue. The high-performance fuel for your car and for you. Stop over at RS Fuel.
We want to make sure to thank Fields and Futures for supporting Charger Vision. Check them out online at fieldsandfutures.com to find out how they're empowering coaches and kids to be something bigger than themselves. Fields and Futures, uniting success, one field, one coach, one student at a time.
Wow, that was fast.
Thank you.
The fumbled snap right off the bat. They got a new quarterback in there. Looks like Gage Gaunt, but we had trouble with the snap, so it's going to be a loss on the play.
It's going to be about a second and 11, second and 12. No, they're holding it at second and 10. They're keeping them even.
Well, the Red Tornadoes fortunate there, able to keep that.
Yeah, the thing Clinton needs to work on is the play by their centers and their long snappers, because they're having some high snap issues. They got Austin Main in the shotgun with an empty backfield.
It's a quick throw. Oh, caught
Ooh.
by, is that Brown, J.J. Brown that caught that?
And he is brought down at about, he's going to have the first down on the play. Not much more than it, though, being brought down by Brendan Nizell and Santana Randall.
It was a good catch, but it was also, like you said, a good tackle, not giving him any more after the catch.
Absolutely, exactly. It's going to be first and 10, from the 32, 12-yard gain on the play. And, J.J. Brown's a good receiver. He's got good hands.
He does. He had the one. Yes, I agree, but he had one drop that I think he probably should have caught.
He did have that drop.
But in general, I agree with you. He's a good athlete, good hands.
Got to forget that was him with the drop right past Blake Adams. First and 10 from the 32.
All right, it pitches to Whedon, who is trying to go straight up the middle,
He's
but
get nada.
A lot of linebackers there waiting on him.
A lot of white shirts there to make an impact. Cole McDaniel's
one. Who is that?
Grayson Wilson in on the play. Miles Francisco. A lot of bodies getting in, making some impact. Andrew McDonald still in the game. Derek Sanders in the game now. Seeing a little bit more of Derek on D. It's going to be a second and 7 from the 35.
Well, we want to thank Fields and Futures. Andrew he was on the clock trying to get that in as fast as he could, but they. I love everything that they're doing around Oklahoma City, and we thank them for their sponsorship.
Absolutely great program, and we appreciate being associated with them. Second and 7 from the 35.
Main under center. Well, I didn't see. He handed it off. I couldn't see who he handed it off to.
He handed it off.
Was it Barker?
Or was it Whedon?
Sorry, I'm getting.
We got a little bit of. I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. I thought he kept it, but he did hand it off up the middle, but only a couple yards there. It's going to be second and 7. Looks like one more play before the third quarter runs out. A great quarter for the Chargers.
41 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have one more snap to get off.
Yep.
With 15 seconds on the snap clock.
A quick 28 points this quarter by the Chargers, giving up 0, but we'll see what Maine does here. I don't want to talk too soon. He's looking for a quick throw. Throws it deep. J.J. Brown.
He's hit, though.
Turn around.
Oh.
No, great. That's great defense.
That is textbook corner coverage right there by Santana Randall.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
He turned, made a play on the ball while making a play on the man. That is, you can't ask for any more.
Well, no, he looked back for the ball, like you said, and then got his hand right in there. That's beautiful coverage. Beautiful coverage. Well, there goes Kaylee Scott, the softball star herself, just walked by.
4th and 7 from the 35, and De Leon in the backfield. We love it.
Our favorite player, the
he
punter.
Is the Clinton player of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They gave him a good snap at least that time.
God, he unloads on it. That's a great kick.
Chandler Shepard
stays away
letting
from
it go, and it's going to go out at about the 26.
Yep, 26.
He's got a heck of a leg.
I know he does. He has played well. Like I said,
booting that into the wind.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I am happy he's their MVP, but we've seen a lot of him. But he's got a strong leg and a heady player. He's had some high snaps and still able to get stuff off. Well, we've got 10 seconds left. The Chargers, it looks like, going to get one play with the wind before we turn this field around. And, I've seen Blake Adams score on one play, so we'll see what they do with this.
And we've seen Tevin McDaniel score on one play, and we've seen Tank Love score on one play.
Well,
so you never put it past this team, although Tevin coming off the field. First and 10 from the 26.
Callahan Walker on our side close to us. Andrew McDonald in there at fullback. Bryce Sobranis.
And Devin Crawford in at quarterback. Handing it. No,
he
keeping
keeps it, going straight up the middle, looking for some open space,
Crawford's
and he's
at
got
the 30,
some, trying to get to the outside. He holds on, is tackled at the
Nice.
40-yard line by
number 21, which is Deontay Barker.
Yeah.
Nice run by Devin Crawford. He tucked that ball, and he ran it right up the gut.
Yeah, did a good job of holding on to it because Barker was going for the ball and then the tackle, seeing if he could make something happen. But great play. The Chargers, that's the end of the third quarter. Your Chargers with 28 unanswered in the third quarter. We'll start the fourth quarter with the Chargers 49-14 ahead. We'll go to commercial break, and we'll start the fourth quarter.
We'll be right back.
Head on down to the Charger Corner to buy your latest in-school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4. And don't come Saturday and Sunday because we won't be there.
Welcome back. We are in Clinton, about ready to start the fourth quarter. Heritage Hall is doing everything they can to dominate this game. In the third quarter, they certainly did it. They had 28 points just in the third quarter. They're ahead 49-14. It's been fun to watch.
Devin Crawford with a great run to end the fourth quarter, right up the middle, coming in at quarterback for Blake Adams. Going to make it first and 10, a 13-yard run. Going to make it first and 10 from the 39. Your Chargers are driving north here in the fourth quarter.
No, that's Devin still in. He may be playing the whole fourth quarter. We'll see how it goes. He keeps it. This time he fake handoffs to Bryce Sobranis and keeps it and does not go anywhere.
Same play as last time, and they kind of read it a little bit more.
Yeah, Lopez and Gang
in
on the tackle.
It's going to set up second and decent. Second and decent. Second and probably 19 from the 30.
Yeah,
Second and
Crawford, a big, strong guy, and he's also a good runner. I mean, a good thrower, excuse me. He's 6'1", 168, but he's got a strong arm.
He does. We saw that last week, and he rolls out of the pocket really well is what I noticed last week. You know, he only played a couple series, a little bit, but he rolled out real well.
Jaden McDaniel in the backfield with him. Is that Bryce Sobranis with the ball? I couldn't see who he handed it to.
Is it Bryce? Yeah, it's Bryce. Couldn't tell if it was Bryce or Derek Sanders at first. Because you'll see Derek back there every once in a while. Like you said, he's got who else do we got in the backfield?
Jaden McDaniel is playing.
It's going to set up 3rd and 15 from the Charger 30.
Well, at 49-14, your Chargers ahead. We're getting some new faces in the game in the fourth quarter. We'll do our best to tell you who they are.
Crawford throws
Quick
it
throw.
out.
Was it Chandler Shepard? Who caught that?
I cannot. Yeah, Chandler Shepard in the wide out.
Mike McMullen trying to give him a block to see if he could break him free, but it's going to bring up fourth down for the Chargers.
And it's going to bring Garrett McLaughlin out for his first punt of the night. Or no, sorry, is it Blake Adams? Blake Adams being the punter this year.
Yeah, and it is the first punt of the night. That's outstanding.
I think we had one or two last week.
Did we?
I think we had two.
I don't even remember.
And they're both early.
Wasn't many.
They're both early. Nice punt by Blank.
Yeah, nice kick. Oh, Barker does catch it on the run. He's got some room. He cuts back to the left. Very shifty runner, get down at the 40-yard line. But that was a big kick into the wind, and there is a flag on the play.
Devin Crawford, the man bringing him down, but I wonder what the penalty will be.
Well, I hope it's an illegal block, but somehow that's probably against us. Well, referees are discussing it. I haven't seen a signal yet.
Bit of a delegation there about the 40-yard line. 9:47 left here in the fourth quarter with your Chargers on top 49-14. Yeah, this one between all the penalties and all the scoring, it's like I said, it's going to be it's a pretty long one tonight. But
Yep. It is against the Red Tornadoes. Oh, yeah, that's going to back them up. I thought for a second he was going to say offsetting penalties.
Yeah.
The Chargers are going to back them up to about the 25-yard line. The defense, like I said, will try to call out some new faces as we see them, because I see some new guys in there. They're going to get some good experience as the Chargers lead 49-14.
Yeah, we got Preston Nelson in the game. We've got Garrett McGinnis in the game. Like you said, we had Jaden McDaniel coming onto the field, and it's kind of a smattering at the moment of experienced players and younger players, which is kind of always a good way to transition, because you get those guys playing with guys that are kind of already comfortable in the scheme.
Yep.
And they can kind of guide them through.
Yep. Andy McDonald's still in there. Jaden McDaniel on the line. Yeah. They're backing up. Santana Randall still in there. Not much going on. I didn't even
run for nada.
Yeah, our defensive line still working hard.
Yeah, Alan Carter coming onto the field. And I think it's going to be, they're giving him a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 from the 26. And trying to see who else Connor Carey coming onto the field. Definitely getting a little bit younger in the secondary right now and on the linebacker position, but we're holding well.
Yeah,
that's what's so impressive. We talked about last year is we bring in some of these younger players, we still score. We bring in some of these younger players, we still get stops.
Yeah, I mean, and the younger players are a lot more susceptible to. I think they play well, but then they're more susceptible to the big play. And right there, this is under duress. Man, making a nice run out of nothing.
Derek Sanders getting hit hard in the backfield.
Austin Main had nothing there.
Number 65, Mason Waldrop. Derek Sanders was chasing the quarterback, and he hit Derek hard.
That's Connor Wire they brought in at quarterback. Excuse me. He's in at quarterback. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 190. That was a nice run by him because he was looking to throw, but really didn't have anybody to throw to. Gets a good block and runs it for a first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 38.
8:45 left on the clock, and Clinton trying to get a play called. Wonder if they're going to be running him more. It looks like they're going to run a decent amount of shotgun still. A lot of times someone's with the younger quarterbacks, you'll see him go under center for protection.
Right. Well, Connor Wire in there. He does hand it off to Whedon, who runs right up the middle. It's a nice run by him. That's good blocking to spring him for another 10 yards.
He's brought down by Derek Sanders and company. Can't read numbers when they start getting their jerseys all covered up.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm having a hard time seeing now with at first it's the sun, now it's the dark. I'm having a harder time picking out some of the numbers, but a nice run, 1st and 10 from the 48 now. The clock is still running is the good news, but Clinton getting a little bit of a run game going.
8:23 left, or 8:14, excuse me, here in Clinton, Oklahoma, in this Heritage Hall non-district game.
Well, Wire under center, Grayson Whedon, running it straight ahead about the 45-yard line.
You're calling Brandon Whedon, I'm calling Jason White. What are we doing tonight?
We are having flashbacks in Oklahoma lore football.
We're a little off tonight. It's going to be minimal gain on the play. About 2nd and no, they're still calling it second. They're calling it a no gain.
I think you got more than that. Yeah,
I think it's this. I think that's just the big
scoreboard.
The big scoreboard. Scoreboard's had a couple of math issues tonight. It's like 3-yard gain, but only 1 yard off. So I think it's going to be about second and 8, 2nd and 7,
like that.
Yeah, more on like the 45, 46.
Wire under center gives it to Whedon again, going to the right side this time, but not much there. Tackled by a bunch of Chargers.
Whedon gang tackled by Garrett McGinnis and company.
Well, that's going to bring up 3rd, and they say 1. That's more yards than I would have thought, but maybe he got more yards last time than I thought.
Maybe, because that's going to say that he's at the 30. So ball on the 39. $7:13 left on the clock. I'm not sure what they have it on
they're
stop
measuring
for.
it.
They're measuring.
It's going to be close. I didn't think he had enough to get it. Frankly,
I didn't think he was close enough for a measure.
I didn't either. But apparently they bring the chain gain out there just to check it out. while they're doing that, I want to go ahead and tell you to go to the Charger Corner Campus store. They have all the clothing and accessories that you need to show off your Charger pride.
And they're giving them the first down.
Oh, that's just horrible. Did you know that everything you spend at the store goes directly to the teachers, classrooms, and programs, like Charger Vision? Store hours are 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on school days. You can pre-order stuff at Deck the Hall T-shirt either.
That's old. That's the 2014 Deck the
Oh,
Hall.
whoops. That is
we
old.
got to give Mr. Steelman a hard time about that.
We'll definitely do that. But definitely go see the Charger Campus store. They got everything that you need.
I'm sure pretty soon we'll be calling out for pre-order for Deck the Hall 2015 shirts.
Yes, I think so. All right, so back to the game. That is first down, 1st and 10 from the 38. Clinton moving the ball, looking to throw, wire back, looking, has an open man but can't make the catch. Dawson Ballard, the intended receiver, hit him right in the hands, but I think he was starting to run before he actually made the catch, so that'll be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
From the 38-yard line, Clinton actually having a decent amount of success on this drive, moving the ball, but big opportunities missed like that can be the difference in them getting all the way because, he should have had that, but that ball was high. There was not on the receiver, on the quarterback. He put that ball too high. He had to elevate to even get a shot at it.
Yeah, that was Connor Wires. I think it was his first pass attempt so far tonight, but it was a little high, but I expect him to make that. Whedon on the run, running straight ahead. Another 3 or 4 yards. He's their version of Bryce Sobranis. He's small, but he certainly is not afraid to mix it up in the middle, and he's fast.
You're right. He's brought down by Preston Nelson and Garrett McGinnis, but he's not afraid to get in there.
What do they have Whedon's?
Whedon, 33. He's listed at 5'8", 175. So he's got a
more size than I thought.
A little bit of size on a little bit. Well, you're looking at this Clinton team though, and they've got some width.
Yeah.
So makes them look a little bit smaller by comparison.
Cool. Connor Wire under center. We've got 3rd and 4. Another one to Whedon, and he looks like he's got enough for a first down. He just is able to bounce off a few guys and lean forward, and I think he has it.
It's going to set up. Yeah,
I think it's going to be 1st and 10. We'll see what they.
Yeah, they're waving them on. 1st and 10.
Well, the good news is they're running the ball, but it's eating up a lot of clock.
Yeah. It's going to be 5:58 left on the clock. Yeah, this is by far the longest drive of the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Well, this time they give it to Barker. Hit immediately. Maybe gets a yard or two.
Yeah, I'm with you if that.
And Barker's run hard tonight, but he just hadn't had many holes to run through.
They're giving him 4 on it. They're giving him 2nd and 6 on the 24. Yeah, they're giving him a 4-yard pickup on this.
From this angle, I would have said 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Somebody had a stinger. I couldn't see who that was on the sidelines that came off the field.
I couldn't either. It was got a couple of them having a hard time seeing the numbers on them. Like I said a couple times, these gold numbers on these white jerseys are not the simplest thing. Blue numbers would have been a little bit bolder.
I agree. 2nd and 4. That's Barker running straight ahead. We may probably get a couple more. They'll probably give him 10, but it looks like it was about 2 to me.
As long as the OSSA isn't listening to us, we're good.
It's hard for us to tell. We don't have the best vantage point from the side of the field that they're on.
They're giving them 4 on it for a 3rd and 2 from the 20. 4:41 left on the clock. At this pace, this may be the last drive of the game. At this pace,
well, they're doing 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but they're certainly getting their yardage in. It's another handoff. This time to Barker, who's trying to get to the right. It looks like he has enough for a first down. Yep. They're moving the chains. They're just they're churning up the yardage, which I think
are.
I say letting them. I think we're happy that they are eating up the clock and that this game is winding down.
I think our boys are ready to go home.
Well, I wouldn't say they're letting them run it, but
no.
They are not trying to play it safe or not a quick score, but if they want to churn up the yards 4 at a time, and
because at this pace, they may get into the end zone one time, but they're not going to get there twice at this pace.
Luke Sewell out wide. We'll see what Connor Wire does here. Another one to Whedon, who's going up the middle. He's still on his feet. Bring him down at about the 5-yard line.
Garrett McGinnis and Grayson Wilson on the tackle. Garrett McGinnis getting really involved.
Yeah. He's having a good game, meaning we've called his name a lot here in the 4th quarter, making a lot of tackles.
2nd and 5 from the 16. 3:40 left on the clock. You're right, that clock is burning fast.
Well, finally, the third quarter was so slow, but
Third
the fourth
quarter was
quarter
really
is
slow. The Clinton faithful starting to kind of fade out of the stadium. So their side of the stands are not near as full as they were a quarter ago.
Yeah, exactly right. Connor Wire under center. They're moving the ball. Are they going to give it to Whedon? They do, and it looks like he's in for the score. Touchdown, Clinton. Well, Whedon gets in there. I mean, he earned it. That guy, that was his version of. He marched down the field and got a lot of yards on that series. But the good news is it took about 6 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, it was one of those things where you look at and you say, you don't want to let him get in, especially this late in the game. But that burned a ton of clock at this point in what has become a pretty long game. 20-49 before the point after, and De Leon in to kick.
Oh my goodness.
Did we jump or did they jump?
I don't know. It looked like I saw someone on the end go over, but I saw him. Yeah, I saw him get back, but I don't know if somebody flinched.
The ref's a little slow to make some of these calls today.
They've been making plenty of them this
they'll
game.
throw the flag, they'll blow the whistle, but then it takes forever to get them to actually announce the call.
3 minutes, 16 seconds. De Leon in for the extra point.
It's up, and it's good.
49-21. We made them earn that, but they did earn it. A lot of running, a lot of weeding right up the middle, and they were just getting 4 to 5 yard chunks just moving down the field. But as we said, it ate up a lot of clock. It's going to get the Chargers the ball back with about 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and I am sure we will be running the ball a lot just to see if we can wind the clock down.
Absolutely. 28 point gap with 3:18 left on the clock. I would imagine most of the remaining drive will be on the ground. I don't see any reason to air it out at this point.
I agree, although I want to see more of our backup quarterback, but not necessarily tonight.
I'm with you. I want to see what Crawford can do because, I know they had a little bit of a quarterback battle going into this year, and he's supposed to be a really, really good thrower, and I'd love to see what he can do, but I'm with you. I don't want to do it at the expense of making a silly play late in the game.
Yeah, I don't think we'll do that. I think we just need to watch and see if they're going to kick, if De Leon's going to kick with the wind at his back, or if they're going to try to do some onside or something to see if they can get the ball back. But
we've also got a
scoring update.
Sulphur 4th and 22 on their own 8. Intentional grounding gives Davis a safety and the lead. Davis on top, 15-14 with 9 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Oh my goodness!
That's the nail biter we thought we might be at.
Yeah, he does kick it, and it goes over their head and hopes to get in the end zone, and finally does get in the end zone. So that's going to be the Chargers starting at the 20. We've got 3:16 left in the fourth quarter. The score is 49-21. Chargers having a great second half, but they did just give up a touchdown.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 20. Chargers coming out on the field. Crawford, I'm guessing, probably likely still in at quarterback at this point.
Yeah, it'll take me. It may take me 3 minutes to give you a scoring recap.
Mark's really going to get sick. He's going to make me start doing these scoring recaps. He's really going to get sick of doing these things.
Well, I'm happy to report.
Last thing took a half an hour.
Happy to report the Chargers are scoring a lot of points.
I'll be home
news.
before you're done with the scoring recap. Yeah. I'll be able to make it back to Edmond.
Yeah, that's a running play right up the middle. Bryce Sobranis, not much there, maybe a yard or two.
Stuffed by the line. Looks like they're giving him no gain on the play.
So we've got like Seth Meacham in the game. I see Jed Rice in there blocking. So getting some good experience for some new guys on the line.
Let me see who all we've got. Yeah, we've got Trey Marion in, I think, at center. And Michael McMullen in at quarterback, I think. Or is that still Crawford? I can't remember. No, it's
Looks
Crawford.
Crawford still. Quick handoff. Bryce Sobranis going forward, maybe another couple more yards. I would say it's going to be about 3rd and 5.
I'm with you on that. I think he got about to the 24, 25-yard line on that. No, giving them 3.
3rd and 7.
Either my spots are off tonight or the ref has some red tornado goggles on.
Well, I can't say.
I know that's my job. If we can't both say something like that, because if we ever get kicked off the air, you only want one person getting kicked off the air.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 from the 24, which that'd be 3rd and 6.
All right, handoff up the middle, and we do not have enough for a first down, but the clock is running.
Yeah, that would be a 3rd and 6, actually, if they're spotted on the 24. That's one of those we've had a little bit of issue with the big board today.
Yeah, 4th down. We're going to see Blake Adams. Hopefully he'll get another strong leg into this one.
Come in, give us one more good punt, and then Clinton can close out the game.
Yep, I think we're going to wind down the clock. There'll be right around a minute left when he kicks it.
Yeah, by the time they get it and do a couple yards, or if any.
We got Luke Sewell deep at about the 40-yard line for the Red Tornadoes. Blake Adams with a rugby punt, just kicking it away from him. It takes a high bounce. He stays away from it right about the 34-yard line. That's a good kick.
Devin
just to keep it away
Crawford
from him.
grounded the ball at the 34.
Good kick, smart kick, as far as just keeping it low against the wind and also not giving him much of a chance to return it. So the Red Tornadoes come out here, 56 seconds left, 49-21 your Heritage Hall Chargers. Looking good.
They are 57 seconds left. Like you said, smart play by Blake, not putting it high, because with this wind, putting it high, it may not go where you want it to go, or nearly as much as you want it to go.
All right, so we got the Red Tornadoes. They're keeping Connor Wire in there at quarterback. He's played a lot this fourth quarter, and so has is that right? Yep, that's right. We're looking for our Texadelphia Player of the Game, and I think we've decided it's going to have to be Tank Love.
Mr. Tank Love coming in tonight with immeasurable rushing yards for us, but also 4 touchdowns on the ground.
Very
impressive. He had a great game. He really kind of manhandled that Clinton line. We talked several times about him running over Anthony Lopez, the 6'5", 350-pound lineman, and Tank dragging him 5-6 yards at a time. He really had a great game tonight.
Yep, 38 seconds, clock winding down. You know, he had a great game. I mean, he carried the load. When we were going against the wind, he decided to put the team on his back, and he rushed very, very well. He had a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. Clinton just running it up the middle, I think, trying to get out of here. That's number 26. It looks like Ryler Ashley with the run there. So they're kind of rotating a few people in, but we've got 10 seconds, 9 seconds. It looks like we're going to let the clock run out here. But it's going to be a big victory for the Chargers. We came in here, and I know the Red Tornadoes are a good team. They're young and they're big, but
they're very big.
We did what we had to do. The third quarter was ours, where we scored 28 points, and your final score is going to be 49-21. We're going to run to commercial. We'll come back with the recap, and we'll see if we can get Tank Love up here, as he's going to be our Texadelphia Player of the Game.
We'll be right back.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Welcome back. We are in Clinton, Oklahoma, where your Heritage Hall Chargers just manhandled the Clinton Red Tornadoes. It was a tight game in the first half, but the third quarter was all ours with 28 unanswered. It's going to be 49-21 as your final.
Yeah, we went into the half at up 21-14 and came out the game 49-21. The second half really benefited the Chargers. Mark, I hate to ask this of you, but I'm going to ask you for a scoring recap. And please bear with us. This will take a minute.
Yeah, I hope you're not asleep yet because I've got a ways to go. We started off with a big run by Blake Adams, got us down to about the 14-yard line, and then Tank finished it off from there with 7-0, and then Clinton answered with Austin Main with a 30-yard TD run, make it 7-7, and then Tevin McDaniel with a good catch in the end zone for a 14-yard catch that made it 14-7. And then we had J.J. Brown with a tip ball that he caught at about the 50-yard line and ran the rest of the way for an 85-yard touchdown catch. Made it 14 all. And then we're going against the wind. They just gave the ball to Tank and gave a big dose of Tank, and he was up to the task. Got about 70 yards on that series, ends it with a 10-yard run, making it 21-14 at halftime. And then the third quarter started, and that's when the Chargers got serious. They had a 68-yard Tevin McDaniel catch. They had a 2-yard Tank TD run, making it 35-14. Then they had a Tank 1-yard run, making it 42-14. Then Blake Adams fakes it to Tank and runs 52 yards down the sidelines to make it 49-14. An outstanding third quarter for the Chargers. And then Clinton drives basically the length of the field and took up a lot of time in the fourth quarter. And then they finished off with Whedon with a 5-yard run to make it 49-21, and that was our final tonight.
That was just an outstanding game. It really was. You and I both came in thinking we were going to be in a nail-biter in the fourth quarter. And the Chargers, at the end of the first half, had the lead, but it was still a tight game. And they came out in the third quarter, and they just ran away with it from there. And we just couldn't be happy with the way they played. But we're going to have you can't say enough, but I'm thrilled with what I saw. Next week we've got a pretty stout game against Davis, even though they're a 2A team. They're a stout 2A team with, like you said, quite a number of state championships under their belt in 2A. So we're going to cut to one more commercial, and when we come back, we're going to have our Texadelphia player of the game, Tank Love, up for an interview with Mark Carlin.
Sounds good.
Head on down to the Charger Court to buy your latest in-school apparel. Range from t-shirts to sweatpants and even those nifty bleacher seats. You'll always find the perfect Charger gear. Not only will you show off your Charger pride, but you'll be helping improve the school in many ways, such as classroom activity funding. Come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 2, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 4, and don't come Saturday and Sunday because we won't be there.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Good. See you, Andrew. Have a seat, sir. Oh, can you get in there? Welcome back. We are in Clinton, Oklahoma. I'm about to interview Tank Love, our player of the game, our Texadelphia player of the game. Tank, tell me a little bit about the game. What did you think?
We knew Clinton was a tough run-stopping defense, and I guess when they watched the game, film against Cassidy, they were trying to take away the edges and top Tevin a little bit, so we were going to just pound him inside.
Well, I would say the second quarter going against the wind, they decided it was going to be the Tank Love show, and you put the team on your back and got about all 70 yards and went in for the touchdown. It was very impressive, and I'd say it's a momentum swing.
Yeah.
We've calculated about 4 touchdowns for you tonight. How do you think of that? What do you think of that?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I bet. You had a great game tonight. I mean, we calculated one guy, he's 350 pounds on the line, and I think you carried him for about 10 yards. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, man, I'm just just running as hard as I can.
Well, what do you think about next week's game against Davis?
It's a big game. We got to come out prepared and ready to stop this wishbone.
Yeah, I mean, they're very good. They've got some state championships in 2A, but I know they had a quarterback that graduated, so I'm hoping that you guys can slow that wishbone down.
Yeah.
Well, you had a great game. Any shout-outs that you want to give out there?
Just everybody in the HH community. Everybody that came out to Clinton tonight.
Well, yeah, we had a good showing as far as a lot of fan support. The team did not disappoint. They had 28 points unanswered in the third quarter. That helped stretch the lead for the Chargers tonight. Our player of the game, our Texadelphia player of the game, is Tank Love, 4 touchdowns. You had 180 yards last week. I felt like you had about 250 tonight, but I have no idea how many it was. But a great game by Tank Love. We appreciate everything he does. We'll go to commercial, and we'll come right back.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat.
All right, welcome back to Clinton. We're wrapping it up here. Your Heritage Hall Chargers 49 and the Clinton Red Tornadoes 21. It was a great game by the Chargers on offense and on defense. 28 points in the third quarter is what certainly helped us. And Tank Love running the ball did a great job tonight. The offensive line did a great job. I couldn't ask for more. We had 60 in the first game, 49 points in the second. Please join us for Davis. If you can't make it out to the game, watch us on Charger Vision. It's going to be a good game against the 2A champs versus the 3A champs, so we expect a good one. Come see us next week on Friday night. It's your Heritage Hall Charger Vision crew. The students do a great job, so does Mr. Steelman. Watch us. We'll see you next week.